All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to day 2 of the Hidden Cup. Day 2 of the Hidden Cup is all quarterfinals. They are all best of 5s. To all of you lovely people in my Twitch chat, if I could get the let's goes going for this day today, because I'm so pumped for this, man. Day 1 went better than I expected. Day 2, I'm expecting to go, or to be even more hype. As always, there's always a kink in the system here, and my viewer... I don't know why my viewers aren't updating on the screen there, but whatever. You guys can see on the stream just how many people are here. We have almost 800 people here already. We have Hidden Cup number 9, who we did see yesterday in the green here, choosing the Celts. If you recall, Hidden Cup number 9 was the green player in the first series, and I thought this player might be Liereyy or Viper, like someone who's very dominant. But anyway, we have him at choosing Celts again for Game 1, Arabia. And then we have a brand new player that we have not seen yet, Hidden Cup 1. He's one of the 4 players who got given a free pass to the quarterfinals. This was not based on merit. It was just done at random. So it preserved the hiddenness of it because it wasn't based off any ranking. And so we don't know who this is. This will be one of 4 new faces we'll see today. And he's choosing Aztecs, which a lot of people did yesterday. So in this best of 5, the first game is Arabia. The second game will be the loser's home map from the map pool, and there's quite a few maps. And already we have the lames. Is it MBL? Game 3 will be game 1 winner's home map, and then games 4 and 5 will be random from the map pool. So there are lots of different maps. Also, it is free civilization pick. However, you cannot re-pick a civilization. So that means Aztecs cannot be picked by Hidden Cup number 1. So everybody on the Twitch chat yesterday had some pretty funny guesses. I mean, a lot of people, as a joke, started guessing Daut anytime a mistake was made. I feel bad for Daut, but it's funny for us. And then you have people guessing MBL anytime there was a lame of some kind. But again, when you choose a Mesosiv, it's kind of the norm to go forward with the lame here. Oh god! Look at this, guys. Look at this. There's a boar here and sheep. Oh, whoever this Hidden Cup 1 is, he can get extremely lucky. Oh, you know what? Green, he doesn't want to fight this because he can't fight the eagle, but he almost needs to lower the eagle HP so that eagle will not go out and lame his boar. We see his sheep here as well. I mean, losing 3 sheep could be really disrupting to everything that's going to happen here. Well, we'll find out soon enough. Let's look at the maps briefly. We have a back gold for Hidden Cup 9. I'm actually just going to say 9 today, I think, or user 9. I know it's a little bit... like, for me as a caster, I normally say the players' names. And so, this is different. So, I'm learning. He has a gold on the right-hand side. He has a gold forward. It does have massive hills on the front, but I think he can play nicely with this map, especially now that he has the deer right next to his mill. Maybe he can recover from that. He will still have his boar, of course. Yesterday, he went for a drush into man-at-arms with Celts, and that might happen again today. Oh my goodness gracious, look at the golds here. For the blue player. I might just say the colors, yeah. I might just say the colors. But they could also switch the colors game to game, which only one player did yesterday, but could happen again. So all 3 of them are in the same spot. Wow. Aztecs need their gold. Luckily, they start with a little bit more gold. And our blue player will click up the feudal age. Seems like man-at-arms for him, and will probably be man-at-arms for green as well, and it is. Okay. Okay, the foodie says, you're going to have to cast everything again with the names revealed. Now, I think if you rewatch any tournament, you rewatch the Hidden Cup. Right? You watch, I mean, this is different person to person, but for me, I feel like I could rewatch my own cast, which I don't do all that frequently, after all the names are revealed. Because what we'll do on Sunday is we'll post a bracket with all the players and their placements in this event, and it might be difficult to remember exactly what had happened, right? So I might rewatch it, and like we're making all these guesses on who the players might be, but we could just be wrong the entire time, and it would be cool to rewatch it knowing who the players are. If you guys want to see the brackets in the chat, you can type !! brackets. That's no problem, but it's just going to show the hidden users, of course. And guys, I'm not surprised to be seeing another forward here. So, when someone lames, we think MBL. When someone forwards, we think Vivi. Is this Vivi or is this just the Aztecs meta? Because we saw this a lot yesterday. There can't be 4 Vivis. And we have a man-at-arms tower rush. And our green player sees this immediately. Now, the problem is his stones are forward. So he has the same number of man-at-arms. He still has his scout alive. He's going for a defensive tower. However, his stones are forward. And obviously, that is not ideal here. The scout goes down. Normally, you have a defender's advantage in the tower rush, which is nice. But with this map, it is not very nice. And, oh, more man-at-arms coming forward for blue. Green, he can't fight this. However, he should kill blue's tower. It's just that it'll be a struggle to build another one. And currently, it's a struggle to deal with all the man-at-arms that blue has. So he's adding a 4th one. Now, good thing for Celts here is they do chop wood faster. A bad thing is that he's not chopping any wood right now. So I'm just thinking that, you know, you can... Towers cost 50 wood now. So you can chop wood to catch up to where he needs to be. Oh my god! Oh my god, this is the first time that we have seen this blue player in the event. He runs into the town center. He loses all of his advantage there. He would have at least been even. And now he's not. That can change everything. Ouch. Well, now green, he'll kill the tower. He's adding a 5th man-at-arm now. He should be able to go back to chopping wood, and he might be able to just push blue away from his base. I mean, when you go forward like this, it is such a risk, right? Because your villagers aren't collecting resources. Your villagers are stranded if you lose military. And I really like green's position now. Yesterday, he was so solid in game 1. I believe he played... Was it Mayans yesterday, chat? I think it was Mayans he was up against. And he comfortably won that. And that's why I'm thinking this might be Liereyy or Viper here in the green. And Liereyy always chooses green as well. And yeah, this guy just has to go back. HiddenCup won first game in the event. And he's going back. And this is not good. This is not fine. This is not fine. Look at this. There's 4 men-at-arms. They're all focused on every villager. This is wonderful. It could be Nicov. Yeah, it could be Nicov. I mean, 2 villagers down now. All these villagers are going to die. I think so. Maybe Tim will distract for Bill. But no, Bill is also being chased. Oh my god. That was such clinical defense, man. Celt infantry. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Amazing defense. Now blue is behind villagers. He doesn't have the best eco here because Celts are chopping wood faster, right? And he is adding archers now, which is nice. His walls are not ideal. You can tell he's not confident because it doesn't really protect his gold from any ranged units. And he has his other golds out here. Yesterday, we saw the stable, and that's what we're going to see today. So, I can't really gather much from this. We can only guess. However, whoever this person is, they have gone for Celts in game 1. Yesterday, they won comfortably. Today, already looking strong. There's a couple beautiful things about this tournament. So, sure, they might be able to gather who they're playing based off the ping. If there's more lag, they'll guess China. If there's less lag, they might guess Europe. Depends who they are and where they're from. But you don't have the time to prepare. So day 1 and day 2's games were played over the course of many weeks. All played behind closed doors. And wow, these man-at-arms are going to find another Vil pick at least. Oh, 2 of them! There's a weak Vil out here! Wow! You've got to be kidding me. Look at the KD, 12-2. So my point is in any other tournament, players would be able to realize that whoever this is goes for Celts in game 1, and he does a really good job. So I need to prepare for that. Well, you can't do that in Hidden Cup, because these games were played behind closed doors. You couldn't see previous results, right? Phew, man. Check Vil count. Yeah, I know that probably has to do with the fact that green has researched wheelbarrow already. When you research wheelbarrow, it takes about the time it takes to create 4 villagers, I believe. So there's a pretty commanding lead now for green. Now Aztec farming eco, or just eco in general, can really catch blue up here. It's not over, especially now that he has military forward. He might be able to surprise green, but green's about to click to Castle Age and go 2 stable knights, it seems. And this villager, yeah, perhaps should have walled a bit earlier, because that would have secured green's entire base. So now he has to deal with this. Oh, and his gold is here as well, but you know what? He has a few scouts, and yeah, with a few scouts in the vills, it's only 2 archers and a man-at-arms and skirms, which is just useless for blue here. That's going to be the end of this small counterattack from blue. And yeah, as I said, now that wheelbarrow is on the way, you'll see the vill count change a little bit. It's also deceiving because now that green's on the way to Castle Age, his TC's idle. So once they're both in Castle Age, green will probably have a 4 to 6 villager lead. The good thing for blue is that he knows his opponent is going for the stable because of the scouts. So that's good. And also a good thing for blue, as the man-at-arms try and get another vill pick, wow, is that Celt Knights do not get bloodlines. So Celts have a very strong eco, but I would say Celts are weakest in Castle Age. So if he goes for some spears and some archers, theoretically he might be able to find the answer to Celts in Castle Age. And yes, as Tarzus says, also Aztec monks, which can be really helpful versus knights. But blue, after losing his forward quite early, he has walled himself in here, and he needs to branch out, guys. This is not ideal. Not ideal at all. So I've only gotten this far being really nitpicky about certain things, and this viewer count thing is triggering me. I know you guys don't care, but give me 1 second here. I want to see if I can fix this. Why is that not working? This cannot happen all day. We must find a fix to this. That looks so bad. YouTubers must know. Whatever. I can't do anything about it right now. I'll find out in between games if I can fix that. My bad. So to all my 0 viewers out there, how you doing today? Welcome in to the event. You know what blue's going to do here? This is super interesting. And this might give us a tell. This might give us a tell as to who this person is. Because he went YOLO forward. And it seems like he's going YOLO monk siege push. So, honestly, I understand why he's doing this now. I understand that, because I do feel like he's really far behind. He doesn't have any map control. Green's already on +2 knights, and green's going to be on 3 town centers, right? So, we're going to see a 10, 15 villager lead for green any moment now, and he has Celt economy. So, I understand this from blue. But this is an interesting way to start it off. And certainly, if the forward wouldn't have failed, he probably wouldn't have gone for this strategy. But guys, he's going for siege and monks. Monks to convert everything, actually. You can use the monks to convert the knights. If you get enough of them and enough upgrades on the monks, you can then convert Celt siege. It's just very expensive. And this is coming from a guy who has his golds out here. This gold he can't fully saturate, so I think he's marketing, so he can sell a little bit. This could work, but it's just like that forward. If he fails once, he has to fall back, and in this case, I think the game's over if he fails. Yeah, I have this little program that runs, and it's supposed to track the viewers, and when I tab out, the program on my screens says it's good. And this obviously worked yesterday. Frickin' technology. I'm really OCD about my stream. I'm not all that OCD in particular about like how things look and are organized in real life. In fact, I should be more so in real life, but I see that. It doesn't matter to you guys. Boy, does it matter to me. Hidden Viewer Cup. Yeah, there we go. It's perfect. Yo, D-Watt says, how am I supposed to be a fanatical fanboy for Viper if no one is labeled Viper. Yeah, thank you for the $5, man. Dude, just call everybody Viper. You have to do the caster, what I call the caster cop-out, right? You say, this could be Viper. It also could not be Viper. So you're never wrong if you're not right. And HiddenCup 9 has done exactly what he should do if he expected something like this. And he's using his scout. He sees all the monks now. He's built that defensive castle. I really like it. So I'm thinking for HiddenCup number 2, if this is a successful event, of course, we will actually hide the score in-game, which is a user patch feature that can be done. But in normal Age of Empires, we're still playing with the normal settings. You can see the score, and normally it's a good indicator of your situation. So I'm pretty sure that HiddenCup 9 is sure that he is ahead in economy based off that score. Oh my goodness, and we have the Imperial Age upgrade coming in for Blue. His economy is so stretched at the moment. This is quite something. Imp will give him just a few monk upgrades. I don't know if he can push green at all if green gets another castle up, and it's going up now. And green's even getting light cav, so he knows he'll be in castle age later, but he has stronger economy. Blue should see the scouts here and know what's coming. Actually, I don't think Blue will complain about taking that fight. The archers won't offer much to him anyway. He's not going into them anymore. And it kind of alerts him that the light cav are incoming. But where can Blue pressure? He will not have a castle. When you go up to imp this early, you only do so because you do not have villagers on stone. Okay, he's just gone there. So he will not have a castle to tread push with this. Look at the KD. 21 kills, 9 deaths for green. And he has his stone secured now. He has his gold secured now. Does have some gold here, of course. I wonder if he'll just go for light cav and add more vills. Because you don't want to give your opponent woad raiders. Sure, you have 2 castles, but that also costs gold. You don't want your opponent to convert woad raiders. Just make light cav. Light cav are meant to pick off the monks. I like the style from Blue, though, because he was so far behind in Feudal Age, losing, what was it, 6 villagers? You normally don't come back from that at this level. And, oh god, the light cav are here! If the monks get conversions, Blue's still alive. Otherwise, Blue's dead, and we go on to the next game. And I don't think that's enough conversions. He got a few. He got a few. But all the monks die. The Maganel will die. He's getting block printing for monks he no longer has, and now green, calmly, collectively, just clicks up to the Imperial Age with 40 more vills. And he can build a 3rd castle. That was as easy as it gets for green. And I think this guy, we watched a lot of games yesterday, I think HiddenCup 9 played the best out of everyone in the event so far. Because he made his opponent yesterday look like a fool, and today he pushed back the forward, made his opponent look like a fool. Not easy to be so dominant when there's so many strong players in this event. So, castle going up, the idea is to go for trebuchets, but green can make his own trebs. Green's on 3 castles, and now he can afford to make woad raiders, so I really think Blue, he's trying. He's trying, right? He's probably not confident, but he's trying. And it wouldn't surprise me to see an early GG here in game 1. Right when green hits the Imperial Age, I think Blue will find out he has no chance to get back into this game. And it is not often I can say that definitively, like, this is over. Not often I can say that when you have 12 of the very best. So, interesting. What are you thinking, guys? Jabber says 9 is not Liereyy. It is Nicov playing mind games. Maybe. Maybe. I mean, I would say top 3 players in this event in terms of raw skill and what they've shown me would be Liereyy, Viper, and Nicov. We have not seen anyone choose yellow every game, so maybe Viper has not played yet and he'll play later on today. Hard to say. We can only speculate. We can only speculate. K the Foodie says, I think green is Riut. I mean, he plays as clean as Riut, right? And I don't think people will guess Riut because Riut, he's not as active as the secret players. So for that reason, people are always going to think of the secret players first. So there's the trebuchet from blue. And he has some more monks with 12 range now. And I don't think green will even repair this castle. He has 2 more. I don't think he's all that concerned. He's actually building a second blacksmith so he can get these upgrades quickly. Oh, the counterattack with the knights. I like this. I was just thinking, why not run to blue's base? Blue's not going to have much at home. And he's not making any more knights anyhow. So just go into the blue's economy, which isn't the largest economy ever. Blue does get conversions here. Well done. But he has 17 idle villagers, and he's losing a few as well. But back to the front, guys. You know what? With this many monks, maybe it is doable. He needs a conversion with every single monk. But guys, Aztec monks, they get more HP every time you research a tech. So 65 HP monks, they do not die easily. It's so tough, though. You have to click every monk individually on a unit. It makes my wrist hurt just looking at it. That's what it does. And now green needs to keep this castle alive. He's researching Elite Woad Raider. Okay, he's coming from this side. Let's see blue's point of view. He has great line of sight here, so he has the time, but you gotta start clicking, buddy. You gotta start clicking. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get them all involved. How many conversions is he going to get? We're on green's point of view now as he surrounds the monks. It still feels like he's going to have enough here. Too many monks going down for blue. Again, just wasn't enough conversions. The trebs are going down as well, and he does not have the economy to replenish this. And if he tries, he'll just get completely overrun. That's kind of what I expected to happen there. It's so tough to get every conversion against Woad Raiders, which come in so quickly. You'd have to be an AI. You would have to be an AI to be able to get conversions on every one there. And every monk that comes forward is just getting picked off now. I think Hidden Cup number 9 is going to take game 1. Just like yesterday with Celts. He's the only guy who, well, I shouldn't say that because this is the first time we've seen a player twice, but he's the only guy that's gone Celts for game 1. And had victory, and I believe he's on his way to his second victory now. But maybe I'm counting our blue player out. He's catching up in economy, honestly. He still has the hill with the gold there. He's also making some Jags, and while they don't have many upgrades, they're still Jaguar warriors. I watched some of the games yesterday. And I called the game too early. So I gotta be careful of that. Like once you're comfortable with your knowledge of the game, you make statements that could be wrong, right? Again, the smart thing would be to say blue might have a chance, but I doubt it. Because then I'm technically right in all instances. But I flat out said that blue has no chance, and he's really dragging it out here. Oh, blue has 3 relics as Aztecs, guys. He does not see the ones on the right. But that's understandable because he's focused so much on the center. And let's see. Can he get more conversions? The Woad Raider's coming in. These colors make it really difficult to see, but I think it's important to keep the players' colors for the event. And a lot of monks going down yet again. But a lot of Woad Raiders. And the population is actually even. It's even. What am I seeing here? How is the population even? This guy's he's only 10 vills behind now. And now I'm thinking blue might be Vivi. Because Vivi is one of the only guys who can survive from these situations after going forward, boom up behind and stay involved. He's still in this game, and the score is very deceiving now. The score is very deceiving. And I think it's a mental thing. A lot of players cannot play when they're down 2,000 score. They assume they're dead. There are only a few in this event would probably continue after what we've seen here. And I'm thinking Vivi. I'm thinking Fat Dragon. Because I've seen a lot of his games. And I've casted a lot of his games where I'm like, okay, Vivi, you're dead. Why are you still playing? Well, if you win 1 out of those 100 games, you are considered dead. It's worth the attempt. He has more population than green, and I've been fanboying over whoever this is, and he seems completely blindsided by all of this. He's out of his gold in the back now. He's getting raided by his own Woad Raiders. He doesn't have this gold. He does not have the relics, though he did get an extra gold out here, and he's getting an extra stone. Guys, what is happening here? First game of the day. TCs are going down. Bills are going down. Blue's going to have the Vill lead. I don't even think this is a throw from green. It's just so tough to kill Aztec monks. And then you have the Jaguars in front. This is really well done. This is really well done. I'm really excited to see this best of 5 now because, as I said, I think green played the best yesterday. We don't know who he is. And blue got a free bye, so he got a free entry to the quarterfinals. We don't know who he is either. Rusty says blue is Mr. Yo. Well, we will do a poll, guys. So for those that missed the stream yesterday, what I do after the second game is I allow you guys to vote on who you think the players are. Ooh, oh, you don't want to leave your trebuchets. Oh, the Jaguar Warriors went in too far there, in my opinion. Now, the monks are in a nice little pocket of space here to get conversions. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click blue's Woads just to give you an idea of how many he's getting conversions on. He got 5. A lot of monks are dying, but we've said this before, and a lot of Woad Raiders are dying. The blue's trebuchets stay up. Green doesn't have army anymore. He has more army here, but I don't know if he could fight this now. He has to repair his castle. He has his own trebuchets. What am I seeing in game 1? The Woads come in. Now I'm going to stay on green's units just so you can see how many he has left. And there's not many. There's not many. Now he is counterattacking. Oh god, and he's destroying blue's eco. This is a great raid from him. But he needs his castles on the front, guys. Oh! Nice little move here. Using the mobility of the Woad Raiders to come in. He'll snipe 1 treb. Can he get 2? He will get 2. Okay. Okay, he's really doing well now. And there's not many monks left for blue, which is really the important thing. Oh, wow. Everything's just gone right down the tubes for blue. Like, all at the same time. He lost his army on the front. Perhaps he was distracted by the raid in his base. So there was a chance. There's definitely less of a chance now. That was an intense moment there. Green took a risk to run into blue's eco. I think that paid off. Distracted him on the front. Killed a lot of those monks. And now he has Vill lead again. Now he has a military lead. And he's going right into blue's economy. And this is the first time that blue has not been attacking him on the front as well. So this is really the best situation he's had in this game. Jags are very slow, so if they're running back, they're elite now, by the way. If they're running back, it's tough to catch up to the Woads. And sure, I'll go to blue's resources. He is really at the limit now. 100 of everything, except for stone. He is getting another relic. In fact, where's that? There was another one on the right. Maybe... Oh, he's going to have 5 here. As Aztecs. And he has Jaguar Warriors. He's a defensive castle at home. Look at these farms. These are some quality farms. I like it. I like it. So green really needs to push his home, man. He needs to start pushing forward now with trebuchets. Woad Raiders. Start taking out the castles. Like, start with this castle. Take it out. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is that emote? T90 farm. Who added that? I do not approve. Blue is T90. Come on. Who added that? That's not cool. Alright, forget about the emote. Forget about the emote. Just cry later, T90. Cry later. I think the Woads should win because of numbers here. The trebuchets should survive. And yeah, the Jags are going down. I think this is over now. I know I said it before, chat. I know blue held on He does have 5 relics, and he's looking to go into champions, but yeah, he can't. He just can't. He's going to lose all of his production buildings here. That was, I'll tell you what, that was a really solid game from Green. Really solid game, but that was a heck of a almost comeback from Blue. I thought he was dead right after he lost his 4 villagers in Feudal Age. So whoever this is, we're going to see him in game 2. He gets to choose his home map, so he gets to choose from the map pool what map he wants to play. Might give us a tell as to who he is. He cannot choose Aztecs. Green player cannot choose Celts, which I don't think will be a big deal. Maybe he's saving the Mesosivs for later on. So here's the achievements for game 1. You can see more kills for Hidden Cup 9 and more eco except for gold. Gold was his issue. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking... Wait, did we get a G in the chat? Oh, we got a G from Hidden Cup 9, but wait, hold on a second, guys. This guy's definitely playing mind games with us. Hidden Cup 9 yesterday never typed G. He typed GG. So, he's tricking us, guys. He's tricking us. Who is it? Alright, let's go back and let's set up this next game. So, you know what I want to do real quick? I want to see if I can fix this in-game viewer number. That is really going to bother me today. I'll update the score here as well. That's super annoying. 1,500 people. I thought we had like 700 people. What's up, everybody? What is up? So, I'm going to give shout-outs to those who have subbed and resubbed today. We're going to move on to Game 2 in a bit. Thank you guys for being here. If you guys missed the action yesterday, you can see the format. There are 12 players in this event. We do not know who they are. We will not know who they are until tomorrow. Game 2 will be the map pick of our blue player. And there's the map full. So take a look at that. I need to get into the appropriate game room here for our games. T-West, could you PM me the info on Voobly by chance so I can get everything sorted? That'd be fantastic. Hey T90 Official, have been watching your YouTube vids, so I'm new to the stream. Welcome, Overhead Attack. So is anybody just flat out new to the stream and have never heard of this event? Because if so, I can briefly explain it. It's a pretty simple concept, though. It's a pretty simple concept. Here's a look to the prize pool for you. Tomorrow will be the semifinals and the finals. Now here's the brackets, so you can see the results from yesterday, so small spoilers. And we'll do all the quarters today. They're all best of 5s. Where's T-West at? Let me look on Discord here. He's probably messaging me there. Ah, cool. Looks like I gotta do the work. Fantastic. My admin and I are just chasing each other around right now behind the scenes. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, so I added that T90 farm emote yesterday. Obviously, people can't add emotes. I have to do that, so no one snuck that in there. I do have a T90G emote. And what do you guys think? Should we... I don't have a slot right now, but do you think we should add that? I can remove the T90 bro. My brother will kill me, but I can deal with that. I'm thinking a T90G emote might fit the event. Yes, no, maybe so. Well, if it's cool with you guys, a lot of you guys are saying yes. I'm going to do that real quick. It just take a few minutes before we get this next game started. And we're going to have a lot of games today, so a little bit of waiting won't hurt us. This is a great time for any questions as well. Nico, thank you for 9 months, man. He said this tournament is awesome. Thank you, bro. Thank you, thank you. Urban, hello. Normally I catch Urban like when he gets home from work around 10 p.m. and where we live it's 9:40 a.m. So good morning, man. Happy weekend to you. Thank you for a whole year. Jack, can we spam the T90 bros before we remove it temporarily? Because I kind of feel bad. He might be watching right now. He might get a little bit pissed off. Sorry, bro. Sorry, brother. We will save that for later. If we get a new emote slot, we can add it. Calm down, bro. Calm down. Yo, Slippies and Thornfoot, thank you guys for the brand new subs. Platinum Turk with 7 months. Thank you. Marcus, thank you for what has pretty much been 2 years. It says 3 months on my screen here, but I know you've been around a lot longer than that. Thank you. XF, thank you. Infobolt, thank you. HE3, thank you, everybody, for the amazing support already today. Let's get this email, and let's go on to game 2. So, guys, what map do you expect here? I'm going to go to the map pool. I want to hear what Twitch chat thinks about the map, because we don't know who the player is. You guys have some guesses. If it is Vivi, I'm thinking Chaos Pit. I'm thinking make it messy. Make it chaotic. That is Vivi's middle name. But if it's not Vivi, you might not go for that. And I don't even know if Vivi would pick that anyway. Nobody has picked that yet for their home map. Vivi is out. You guys say things so definitively, like he's already been knocked out. I'm sure of it. Yeah, okay. Okay, interesting, interesting. Chaos Pit will probably happen. It might happen in games, go to the format, in games 4 through 7 at random. So, all right, T90 Bro is being removed as we speak. And we're going to add this and get into the next game. So I think it'll take about 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes for all my subs to get access to that emote. It'll take some refreshing, but generally how it works. There was a time when I would do this and it would take a week to get approval from Twitch. Things have really changed. Okay, cool. It's been submitted. You guys ready? Let's do this. Let's do this. Legend Beater, thank you for the gifted subs, man. Adam, thank you for the brand new sub. Welcome to the community, everybody. So I think T90 Bro will be removed soon, and T90G will go live. Let's get into game number 2 of the Hidden Cup. This is the first quarterfinal of the day. And we will have games all day. Oh, man. Hidden Cup number 1. He's on my naughty list, man. He changed his color. Don't change your colors, guys. Don't change your colors. Hidden Cup number 9 is my new favorite because he's stuck with green all event long. But regardless, guys, welcome to game number 2 between these two hidden players. In the green, we have somebody. He's playing as the Italians. And then in the red, we have somebody. He's playing as the Italians. Last game, so there's no confusion, Hidden Cup 1 was blue. He's now chosen red. It is easier to see. Good point. It is easier to see, especially when the fights are ongoing. And this is a pretty big tell for me. I added Baltic to the tournament, not because I love Baltic, but I added Baltic to the tournament because it's a water map. And I wanted us to be able to guess who is who based off their map picks and their civ picks. And going Baltic is a good indicator that this Hidden Cup 1 guy is an experienced guy on all-round maps. If you were just good on lands maps, you wouldn't pick this, for example. We've had quite a few players go for Baltic. There were a few that did not, though. So I don't know what tells you guys get from that, but just a few clues, I guess. So Italians are out and out the best civ on 1v1 Baltic, so it's an Italians war, which means we will not see any more Italians for the remaining games. Really important, though, if you're red, that you get the victory here. It's a best of 5. You do not want to go down by 2. It's really hard to reverse sweep. Players are both close to the water's edge. Red's a little bit further. I actually like the fact that red is a little bit further away, because if you're green and you're too close, your wood line can be ranged by galleys later on. Gold positions are all on the back. This is a map where we don't talk about those resource placements all that much because you rarely see people go for land. And that's because the choke points can be walled up easily. But what you do need to focus on is the docks. So both players now, basically identical times, right? This is how good these guys are. They're going to be building their docks. And so the scouts can pick off those villagers, as the vills will not have loom. And then later on, in feudal age, the scouts will go for the same thing. So both players need to be careful of that. That gold next to the cliffs can't mine it well. Yeah, you're right. You're right. In fact, I don't even know if we'll scout there. But a lot of gold will have to be collected for him to need that. Because he has this and he has this. And that is thousands upon thousands. This is the exact map seed from yesterday. How the F did that happen? Is it? Which game was it? Is it the exact one? I think... Oh! Oh my god! This is exactly what I'm talking about. So, Red chose this map as his home map. He runs out early. See, Green Scout is still at home scouting. He runs out early and he denies the dock. And you're probably thinking, T90, it's not a big deal, okay? It's not a big deal. He's not even going to kill a vill. Well, first of all, you'd be wrong because he might kill a villager. Second of all, delaying that dock is huge because that means that Green will be behind in the fishing ship count. I think Red should have committed for that villager. He could have killed that, but okay, instead he wants the scouting info. Having scouting info is precious. But you see already, Blue, he's going to have 2 fishing ships, and Green has none. So that is a 2, not villager, but 2 fishing ship lead. So as far as eco goes, Green is pretty far behind. Excuse me. I always have allergies early on in the morning here. Guys, this frickin' viewer count number needs to work. What am I doing wrong here? Refresh. I might just remove that, because if I have to look at it, that'll just annoy me. Who cares? Who cares? It's better if we just remove the 0. Look at the uptimes, though. The uptime's very close. Very close. So I have to take my hats off to Green here, because 2 villagers were delayed from building this dock, and he still has very solid feudal age uptime. So now Green's going to be in a position to try and stop this next dock from going up. Both players will go for 2nd and 3rd docks, most likely. You'll see players abandon their food. They go to just wood and gold. The only food they will have coming in is from the fishing ships. So this is a build order that has been worked on and worked on and worked on, and most pros will use it. And it's just about execution, and this vill needs to be walled in! This vill needs to be walled in! This is interesting. Red still has his scout here. This is the benefit of keeping his scout alive, I suppose. And I think because of that, the dock will stay up, because he is a villager with loom and his scout. So yeah, dumb of me to say that Red should have gone for the vill. This is the smarter move in hindsight, because I think it's worse to have your dock denied now. Green already has his up, though. It's just the little things. Fire galley on the way from Red. We now have 2 fire galleys on the way from Green. So he has weathered the storm, guys. He has weathered the storm of that early harassment. He is down a fishing ship, though. Ah, it looks like the G emote is working now. Perfect. So if someone says G, or just GG, it works with both. You just got to type the emote twice for GG. So people are saying Nicov versus Tatoh would be an amazing matchup, right? I mean, wouldn't surprise me, because both of these players have been very strong. Question then is, who do you give the edge on water? Is it Tatoh? I'd say maybe Tatoh on water? And look at the micro there. Both players with weak fires. You know what we need to see, chat? We need to see some demos. Look at this demolition raft coming out of this dock. Now, Green is only on 2 docks, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. But if Red can keep all of his docks producing, then it is. And just a slight difference in builds at this point. And Green has not gone for any demos. Demos are a risk. To make it worth it, you have to hit more than one enemy ship. But this is a good opportunity for it. Here comes the demo ship. And the demo ship, that's a good one. That's a good one. Now, Green's micro was just better. This fire galley's on 7 HP, and this one also went down to 56 HP from full health. So that's what I would call a good demo ship, but Red didn't have the follow-up to weaken or finish off the weakened ones. Now, there we go. He finishes it off now. Does Green have a demo? He's actually housed at the moment. He's definitely falling behind in numbers. Demos are a great way to keep yourself safe, and man, is this close. I think Red is scared to approach there because he knows a demo can pop out. That's actually not the case. Green is repairing his ships here, which is cool. And red is too far in, I think. Too far in. But the demo's coming in, and green has 3 fires right here. That's a huge demo ship. Did you see that? All 3 of these fires went down to low HP, and they will all die. And with that demo right there, red should take the water control. He should kill the fishing ships. That was sick. That was sick. So people in the chat think this might be Tatoh. That was as good a demo as you will see in the feudal age, guys. It's basically 3 free kills right there. That was incredible. And green has not prioritized demos. He's not prioritized docks. Perhaps he prioritized more farms than the mill. Yeah, okay, so that's actually what he did. Green's gone for the more economy on land. So it's not overformed by any means, but this is where red player can add more fish and take advantage of the eco there. So if you fall behind on water, I think you have to hope for some big demo shots, and there's another demo incoming, but red is equal to it, man. Again, demos are a risk. If you only hit one enemy ship, it's not worth it, and that's exactly what he did with each of those demos. So, as a reminder, because things have slowed down a little bit here on water, actually, this is interesting. This could be seen as a huge waste if green wouldn't have saved his fish. He's redocking so he can fish in the corner of the pond here. Huh. So in this event, we had 12 players. Originally, I was going to have 8 players, but I felt like 8 players wasn't enough, right? So for that reason, I got 12 as red finds the fish, so this is a waste. And I had 4 players randomly assigned to the quarterfinals. So they got what was a bye week, essentially. So we have not seen red play yesterday, and I'll show you the brackets after this game concludes. There will be players who play today who also got that free bye week. The only way to get 12 players in and have a 3-day event with best of 5s was to do it that way. But again, the red player wasn't given it based on who he was. It was all randomly assigned. So the usernames were randomly assigned, the placement was randomly assigned. I'm thinking, and again, this depends on how successful the event is. So far, so good, I'd say. If we do Hidden Cup number 2, there's a lot of different ideas that we can incorporate, maybe more players, but it's important that the event doesn't go on for too long because you guys want to know who they are, right? If we did a month-long event, you guys would probably get bored of the idea, so it's important to keep it nice and neat. Whoever red is, he has a pretty big lead here, guys. And he's added an archer range, which I love. I love this. Because you know you're going to be ahead in eco already. You don't want your opponent to go to Castle Age and maybe add TCs and outboom you. So it just pressure him a little bit. He's not over-investing into this. So he'll send a batch of crossbows forward, I imagine. And green is not walled up. That's a long journey to wall. You will see players wall these areas up sometimes. Green has not done that. Green invested into this additional dock, remember. That, in my opinion, was not worth it for him because he lost his fishing ships immediately after that. So again, credit to red for finding those fish. And green has to make a decision now. Do I add town centers when I hit Castle Age? Or do I go back on water? And personally, I think you add a little bit on water to try and kill enemy fish. But you mainly boom up on land with TCs. That's going to be difficult with these crossbows on the way, man. Green added an outpost so he can see any pressure coming in. That's a solid outpost. But he still won't have any response to that. Let's see the timing on this. He might have a TC up on his gold around that time. But he won't have 2 TCs, so this wood line or this gold will be exposed. Yep, exactly, Dyer. So the admin of the tournament, Robo, he knows the identities of everyone. Because in normal Age of Empires tournaments, when players schedule, they schedule between themselves and their opponent. So if it was Vivi and Viper, for example, Vivi and Viper would say, hey, I can play it this time next week. So that couldn't happen for the Hidden Cup. The players, they weren't supposed to know that. So what I did is I had Robo do all of that. So Robo would get a time frame that they were available. And oh my god! There's weak vills here as well. This is just game over, man. This is just game over. he had the outpost there. He didn't see it. And I think that Red's castle time was so fast that he blindsided green. And that gives us a tie ball game or a tie series, 1-1. All right. So in the first game, we got the G from green. Now we get the GG. This is funny. But yeah, I'm happy I can answer these questions because I know some people might be a bit confused about it. It's a really cool event idea. I hope you guys like it. Seems like you do so far. And we're going to go on to game 3, which will be the map pick for our green player who played outstanding in the Arabia game. Outstanding in the Arabia game. But he didn't quite have it on water, I have to say. He didn't quite have it on water. Before we get into that, though, we are going to do a poll. So all of you lovely people who are here today, you guys are going to get to vote on who you think these people are. We'll find out in a second. Hidden Cup 1 deserved that victory. He was ahead in every category. Both kills and deaths and eco. All right, bear with me here. I got to open up the poll system. It'll take just a minute. So again, these are recorded games. These games were played within the last month, right? They were compiled, and we're doing games today. We're doing games, well, we did games yesterday. We're doing games today, and then everything is live tomorrow. So if you see Tatoh online on Voobly right now, or doing whatever, that is because these games are pre-recorded, right? So keep that in mind. I've never casted them. I haven't been spoiled, so they're essentially live, but I'm trying to make sure there's no confusion here. That's all. I do have all this info on the AoE zone link. However, I know a lot of people, I mean, it's a lot to read, right? A lot of people just got here. Let's do this. Okay, so we're going to start with Hidden Cup number 1. Let me update the scoreboard first. So, Hidden Cup number 1, who is the player who won the last game, just in case you forget. Tell me what you think, please, guys, by typing a number in the chat. There you go. You should be able to vote now. Oops, I got to take you over to the right scene. Cool. There we go. So 1 is TheViper, 2 is MBL, 3 is Slam, 4 is Daut, 5 is Tatoh. You can see the whole list there. Guess who you think it is. If you're not creative, I'd recommend that you type 4 and continue with the same meme from yesterday. And don't create any new memes. Just go with the same jokes. Same jokes are good. So Tatoh and Daut, I mean, we have a lot of the chat voting Daut. Again, I haven't seen that before. But I think that's a good guess. I think Tatoh's a solid guess there. Like if I had to guess, I would probably say Tatoh. So Tatoh's pretty close there. I think it's going to be hard to compete with Daut in this event. On these polls, so far 70% of the players have been Daut. But okay. Okay. Yo, Ott2579, thank you for the Prime sub. Guys, if you appreciate this tournament, if you appreciate my content and you're looking to get involved, please consider doing so with a subscription. We've had so many crazy people doing that recently, and I really appreciate it. All of you individually go a very long way. I would not be here without my Twitch sub, so thank you. So we did Hidden Cup number 1. Now we have to do Hidden Cup number 9. Shoot, Grim, are you in the chat? Because I only have a show result option. These were the results yesterday for Hidden Cup 9. A lot of people thought it was Liereyy. So Grim, how do I redo this poll? Is there a way that I can redo this and start fresh? If so, I think you can do it on your end, right? Liereyy versus Tatoh would be a good guess, I think. But then again, Liereyy would probably be cleaner on water. T90 official, do you plan to go further than Twitch for AoE2 community? What exactly do you mean? Do you mean streaming? I will only stream on Twitch. But... Oh, hit clone? Is that... Okay. Yeah, Dux, I hit clone. It hasn't done anything on my side here. Grim, can you do it for me, please? Refresh page. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, it didn't help. Grim, can you just do it on your side? Or do I need to refresh the poll itself? We're still working on the bugs, working out the kinks here. Oh, Hidden Cup new. Sweet. Okay, guys. Here we go. So, Hidden Cup 9. Yesterday, 45% of the audience thought that it was Liereyy. Let's see what it comes out to today. Have we gone backwards now? Have we gone backwards? Are there going to be less Liereyy votes and more Daut votes or more Nicov votes? Because Nicov wasn't really mentioned yesterday, but we do have a lot of Nicovs here. Interesting stuff. I think Liereyy and Nicov, very solid guesses. We will, of course, not know until tomorrow. Yesterday, tomorrow, we will have a brand new bracket. So once we know who is the victor, we will have a brand new bracket posted. And I'll show you all from the qualifiers through the quarters, through the semis, through the finals, who placed in what spot. Okay, so we have number 1 is Daut. And then we have Liereyy and we have Nicov. Okay, well, thank you for your input, guys. Let's move on to the next game here. Again, this is the format. These are the players for all those that might be wondering. If you have questions, there are plenty of people in the chat who can help you out. And let me just contact T West to start the next match. Sweet. Increase the game sound for the next game. Is the game sound low, guys? I can boost it up a little bit. That's no problem. I know it was low when we started yesterday. I didn't get any complaints after that. Okay, I boosted it slightly, so let me know once we get into the match, please. McLagger donated 13 bucks. He said, thanks for streaming while I'm sick off work. I love your content. Keep it up. Thank you, man. The Sensitive One, thank you for the Prime. Quickspark, thank you very much for the Prime. Thank you, Ace John, for gifting the sub to Cringeworthy Name. Also, chat, Ace John donated $100 towards the prize pool of this event. Thank you, man, for that. Cyprian, thank you. Everybody, thank you for the support. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 3. Oh boy, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this. We have the home map pick from player number 9. I'm pretty sure this is Liereyy now. I think that Liereyy would pick Mongols on Scandinavia. This is interesting to me. I'm really excited to find out who these players are tomorrow. We have Mayans versus Mongols. Wait a second. Oh, no, never mind. I was thinking that Hidden Cup 1 already went for Mayans, but he went for Aztecs in game 1, so this is a free pick. And we have the laming already beginning, so perhaps MBL. Perhaps MBL. It is now 1-1. And in game 4, which we will see, regardless of the result here, it will be a game from the map pool, and players cannot reuse the civs that they picked in the first few games. The Scandinavia is a really cool map. You have the water element on the sides. You then have lots of extra meat to eat. No berries here. Sorry. Sorry, fruit lovers. No berries. So you have the deer. You have 3 boars normally, and you can see red is looking for one of them. Or maybe looking for some extra sheep. I'm not so sure. I think Mayans on this map, they have an early game advantage because they can collect the food faster and advance the feudal age faster. Did I say Mayans? I meant Mongols, sorry. Coffee's really hitting me hard right now. Mayans have a better late game than Mongols in this matchup, I think. But it normally requires a lot of walls. If you watched yesterday, we had a Magyars versus Mayans matchup on Scandinavia. It was an incredible game if you didn't see it. And the Mayan player walled up and went for plumed archers. So perhaps that's what red will go for here. I'm thinking wall here. Wall here. This is the one weak area of his map. Because he needs the stone, right? And he doesn't have any back stones. So he has to wall up to the cliff, I'd say. And then wall here. And he might be okay. But without the walls, Mongols are way better in my opinion. And I think that green will have to be the aggressor. Because he'll probably expect the Mayan player to go for that type of strategy. So I think he needs to be the aggressor. You can be the aggressor on land here. Or what you could do is you can be the aggressor on water. So fishing is always important. You see the dock coming up now for red. What's interesting is that green has not gone for the dock. So red will even be stronger as this game goes on if he's the only one to fish. I guess we'll find out soon enough, guys. So, Twitch chat, I've been asking a lot of you guys this tournament is about getting involved with the community, entertaining you all, of course. So I asked you who you think the players are. What do you think of the civs here? I know everybody doesn't play, but what are your thoughts? Would you prefer Mongols or would you prefer Mayans? I think I would probably pick Mayans. It's kind of risky, though, because you can get overrun by Mongols. But if you survive the first 10 to 15 minutes, then I'd say you have the better shot. A lot of you are saying Mongols. Okay. It really depends, doesn't it? It really depends. You know, I don't think Red... Oh, he does see the boar. Never mind. He's chasing down this scout. Green is not concerned. And Green is gonna go forward, surely. Or go for scouts or something. 18 population up. He's not on water. So currently Red has 2 more villagers and 2 more fishing ships. That's a lot more economy. This feels very Liereyy-like. This Green player. Very Liereyy-like. I'm hoping I get at least 3 players right in this tournament with my guesses. I cast enough games, I should be able to know. But it's still so tough. I'm 97.1% certain. As Red lames this is perhaps a tell. I'm fairly certain that I got Yo yesterday. I'm fairly certain that in that one best of 5 I got Yo correct. But we won't find out until tomorrow. So this is actually quite a good idea to send a villager forward and shoot all of your opponent's deer so they start rotting. Gives them less food. This villager's gonna die. You better shoot the deer, man. Shoot the deer. Oh, he wants to fight. Interesting. And you thought he was just a lamingville. No, he's not gonna survive. You should have just shot it, man. Shoot the deer. It's what you're meant for. It's your purpose in life. Anyway, well done from Green there to see that. It's not the end of the world. He still has some fresh meat. And he can always take these deer as well. He hunts it pretty fast. He's making scouts, and Red is adding the walls, guys. So I know they're not stone walls, and my emote is stone walls, but let's get the T90 walls in the chat for this. What's real interesting is he's walling out his stone. So this is the risk you take when you pick Mayans. If you can't get the plumes, I think Mongols can be better. And he's not going to get the plumed archers without stone. Baxter donated 100 bits. He said, just set up the Twitch account to view this. Avid YouTube viewer, keep up the content. Thank you, Baxter. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, man. When someone's going to wall like this, you got to forward them. And this is just a beautiful situation for HiddenCup 9. Really is. Oh, he's going to get through as well. Oh, my God. Oh, this is getting even better. This situation went from an 8 out of 10 situation to a 10 out of 10 situation real quick. Red has forward stones, and now the scouts are inside. And if this is Liereyy, he's going to get a lot of ill picks, despite some of these scouts being weak. And there's one villager, and yep, watch. He's going to go back for more. Red has got to be pissed off about this, man. Unfortunately, you cannot kill deer with scouts for whatever reason. Just Age of Empires things. Yeah, another vill goes down. And Red better be careful. If he has any weak ones around, this guy's going to find it. I do think that Green should dock, and Green has docked, so he needs to kill his opponent's fish. Great decision making there. And the tower rushing's now coming in, and more scouts are going to get in here? Wow. So close to getting in. Red has a weak vill. He needs to send over another one. I don't know if he can keep these houses up with the tower there, but he is sure going to try as more scouts come in. And okay, Green can't build another tower for now, as he hasn't been on stone. It's tough to build a dock and towers and be on stone, so sometimes you can only afford to do a few things. Also, Itzy with 100 bits is glad I finally got to your stream. Been watching you on YouTube for a while now. Keep up the good work. You deserve it. Thank you as well. Awesome to see so many of you guys stop by. I hope that the announcement video and me talking about the Hidden Cup in recent YouTube videos really helped you guys. Oh my god! Oh my god, these are weak vills! These are weak vills. What are you doing, Red? You madman. Gotta be careful. He needs to stop this, though. That's the thing. He has no barracks. He can't make spears. Oh, man. This is so sloppy. This is all very good for Green, especially if he kills the fish. And he's gonna kill the fish as well, and red doesn't see it. Red doesn't see it yet. That's the only advantage that red had. 3 fishing ships. I said if Mayans can survive the first 10 to 15 minutes, they're better. And I do not think that red has really survived here. He will keep his fish alive a little bit. But this is not good. Oh my goodness, he's buying a tower, or he's just building a tower now. He'd have to buy any more. What's the guy's plan here? He doesn't have a barracks? He's just been surprised by this. Green very close to getting that pick off. Unsuccessful. Ah, red has 7 fish on the other side. Good point, thank you. Not looking at the minimap. Noob caster. So he has that. It's so important because he's not collecting these deer all that efficiently. He built a lot of farms before horse color. Can the sounds go up a little bit more, guys? Yeah, I can boost it. It's weird. It was fine yesterday, right? I think it was fine yesterday. I can boost it. Better? A little bit better? Don't want to make it too loud because in late game, because these games will go to imp today, it could be super loud. So. Oh no! Green's trying to dock the other side. I mean, red would have killed her anyway, but the wolf got involved. And the wolf still stands. Well played from red. I mean, he's holding himself alive with the fish. F's in the chat for that villager, and F's in the chat for fish. Both players will probably click up to the next stage soon. Actually saying that, I must have been on red's point of view. Green's not even close. You just can't go for plumed archers, and realistically, you can't buy a castle. You can't buy 650 stone here. He only has 36 stone left. So, I don't know what you do. You can go crossbows, but there's nothing special about... I mean, they're good as Mayans, but they're not near as good as plumes, so they're... It's weird. I think, in my opinion... I hate to be critical of a guy who's way better than me. Oh, huge demo there from Green as he pushes in on the fish. We have another demo. You can tell it's gone off because of the audio. Yeah, that's a good demo. Another demo. Oh, wow. 3 straight demos there. But anyway, I hate to be critical of a player who's way better than me, but I think that if you're Mayans here, you don't click up the feudal as early. You wall much earlier, so you just double down on the palisade walls here to protect your stone. But it's a really awkward situation, and if you don't click up the feudal, then you won't have that defensive tower, so it's tough. Green just trying to kill the fish here, man. And he's killed 1, but the other side is a huge issue for him. Red has 8 fish. Red is on the way to Castle Age. It's almost there, in fact. What's funny is red doesn't even have a barracks right now. And is green going to tower this? Oh, green's going to tower this. But red notices the vills. He'll counter tower it most likely. Or you know what would be funny is if he built a TC to deny it. Oh, wait. Oh my god. I think he wanted to build a TC, deleted the house, and he wasn't thinking that the palisade wall behind is already down. That's what was going through my mind. So green will get the tower up. Oh man, this is messy. This is messy. This is so good for green. He really needed something like this. And red just quick walls that off. But he has to build the mining camp to build the TC, and now the tower's already up. Oh, what a disaster, man. What a disaster. That is a huge disaster. That could have been avoided. Yeah, he wanted to build the TC, which he'll still get up. And I don't think he'll lose any vills, but just idle time, man. Idle time. This adds up. This is what green needs right now because green doesn't have the water control he would like on this right-hand side. Now, it's going to be really tough to sneak a dock up there because red is patrolling his ships along the shoreline. So he might not even go for it. And Hidden Cup 9 is 50% of the way to the Castle Age. He's building an additional tower. This is so big. Because it still will hit the gold and it will also hit the wood line. I love that tower. I just wonder what he goes with. Maybe a few knights and then lots of economy. I don't think it's correct to invest into crossbows here as Mongols, because your opponent can make eagles. And of course mangonels, and there's already going to be mangonels to kill the towers. Red saw the tower going up. He's just making a mangonel. It's just, this is time where he's not on gold. So I'd say that's definitely worth it. Red has a gold here, here. The other one's out here. So he has lots of forward areas that green can push. What's up, Primal? He says, finally got a Twitch account after watching on YouTube for a while. Really enjoy your vids. Love from an Aussie. Welcome to the stream, man. Welcome to the stream. Thank you, everybody, seriously, for the amount of support. Oh, wow. Nice job from green. Man, these are two solid players. We don't know who they are. These are two solid players. He's going to deny another dock from red. Oh, and these villas are built. Wow, these villas. These are epic villagers, these two. They built the towers, which have done so much, and now they're building the dock. And that's so impressive because red is patrolling down here, and the dock is now being placed in the north. And we're here from a bird's eye view, and we didn't even think of that. Obviously, it makes perfect sense now. But at the time, we're like, man, green isn't going to get a dock up. Or at least I was. I'll take the blame. I'll take the blame. So it's really tough for Mongols now. This is where Mayans just get better and better and better. Normally, Mayans would be on stone and making plumes, though. So this is peculiar. Red is making a few eagles. So that is not what I expected from this game. I don't think you make knights because your opponent is going to have some monks. And what are you going to do with the knights? You're just going to hit the walls. So I think green needs to add TCs, which he has done. Then build a defensive castle and go up to Imp and maybe Mangadai then. Which can be tough versus eagles and the plumes, of course. And then fight on water. And water is the only reason why red has been holding on here. And green with the sneak dock arrives with 2 fire ships. He'll kill all the fish at this rate. This is huge. This is game changing. You'll see the score on the bottom right go into green's favor soon. Because there's not a huge difference in the vill count, but there has been a difference in the fish count. And green has controlled the southern area of water and the northern area now. And for that reason, he will actually have more eco. That one dock changes so much. I cannot stress that enough. He has free fish boom now. And I don't think red is going to be able to dock this. Green should see it. So we have eagle warriors for red. So on the bright side, these eagles should counter the option for green. Green needs to build a castle in an area that protects his base a bit. And he's doing that. And luckily he's not up against plumed archers, because plumed archers would have range and they could fire from distance over the stone in the wood. But now green, since he's up against something that's melee, he can just go back to his TC if units come in, so he won't lose as much. Look at this monk. Quick, make a demo ship for the monk. Everyone in the town's like, don't go to the north. Enemy is there, and this monk goes, I must. I must. It is my mission in life. Oh! Oh! Are you kidding me? Did I jinx this one? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The castle gets denied at 98%. Green loses a dozen villagers. The timing on that is both amazing for red and just god-awful for green. And everyone says, okay, this has got to be Daut. This has got to be Daut. Guys, I was thinking about this morning. So, anytime we see a lame, we're like, oh wow, this is MBL. Anytime we see impressive micro, we're thinking, this is Liereyy. This is Viper. We figured it out. And then anytime we see an awful fail, we say Daut. Like, we don't do that for any other player. We see a fail, and we say Daut. Poor Daut, man. He doesn't deserve it, bro. He doesn't deserve it. And I think it could be game over now. I was also going to question whether or not green could do anything with the castle. Because what are Mangadai going to give him? Not much versus Mayans. So Hidden Cup 1, this was not his map. This is certainly his civ. He likes his meso civs, whoever he is. He denied the castle at 98%. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's just luck. Honestly, it's luck. He probably knew to go to the gold. You gotta credit him for that, but he didn't know a castle was going up, and here we go! Now, if this castle goes up, it's not Daut. 98%, still get a couple hits. Castle goes up, not Daut. If the castle was still denied, it would have been Daut. But sure, like, you get the castle up, but what are you gonna do now? Click, get a university, research murder holes. No, murder holes wouldn't help. He actually has to repair this castle. Yeah, red, he's like, whatever. The damage has been done. Let's run back to my base. And he's on his way to Imp, guys. He's on his way to Imp. I do feel bad for whoever this guy is, because if he had this castle up, he would have secured this area. He would have the 20 vills that he lost. And he has the water, too. So you would think that he would be in a good position as Mongols to maybe do something here. But now red's going to get his stone. He gets his gold. He's getting everything, really. And he'll have Elite Eagle. And green's resources are not good. They're just not good. He won't be in the Imperial Age. So, poof, I don't want to call it early, guys, but it's going to be a real tough battle now. The best unit for Mongols gets countered by these Eagles. Philster says good morning. Hey, Philster, welcome. Rainbow, we have 4 best of 5s today. This is game number 2. So we have a lot of action. And then tomorrow we'll have 2 best of 5s, which will be the semifinals, and the final, which is the best of 7. So there is this stone here. So green's getting a lot of stone. And also, if he's going to take a fight, this would be the time to engage because, well, these Eagles are about to be a whole lot stronger. 3 castles for green, so there are some positives. And there are a lot of weak red Eagles. So some of these are going down. And it doesn't matter. He calls the GG. He knows Castle Age Mangadai are not good enough. Even Imperial Age Mangadai might not be good enough. And after losing that many vills, no surprise that he calls the GG there. Red did a fantastic job, though. I mean, that was a really awkward situation. He didn't have any stones. He lost his water. And yet, he still was working on getting 4 relics. I think this might be the closest matchup that we have seen in this event. Yesterday, there was a close one. It went to the 5th game. This time, we've gone to 3. It's now 2-1. Hidden Cup 9 certainly has the skill and potential to tie it up here. He played really well yesterday and won 3-1, so I'm hoping that he can tie it up and take us to a game 5 next. Here's the achievements. I don't think that's a game where we need to look at the achievements all that much, right? It was going to be even, but it was going to be awkward for Mongols, and then that castle got denied. Poor Daut. Poor Daut, am I right? All right, let's back out here and take some time to talk a little bit about what is coming up next. I'll update the score now. Well played to red there. He's up 2-1. He lost the first game, remember? And he's now won 2 straight. The players are there on the right, so if you're just getting here, we have 12 players who are playing in this event. We do not know who they are. It's up to you guys to try and guess. We'll find out tomorrow afternoon after the finals. We saw game 1, which was Arabia. Hidden Cup 9 won that game. And then the last 2 games have been won by Hidden Cup 1, who was red in the previous match. Then we are going to the map pack next. This is the map pool. So it could be random. We could get Arabia, we could get Baltic, Cross, El Dorado, Bedouins, Gold Rush, Land of Lakes, Golden Island, Scandinavia, or Chaos Pit. Players can choose civilizations that they have not used yet. Now, the only map that we have not seen yet is Chaos Pit. That's the only one. I don't think players will be picking it. So our best chances will be in games 4, 5, 6, and 7 over the next 2 days. When will there be a Hidden Cup Community Games edition? That's an interesting idea. Here's the prize pool. The prize pool is much higher than this now, but that gives you an idea. I couldn't change the image on such short notice. Thank you to everybody who went to AoE Zone and contributed for that. If it wasn't for your support of myself, it wasn't for your support of the players, I mean, this community would not be here. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Trust me, I would not be running events like this if we didn't have the numbers. You guys are incredible. Thank you. And here's a look at the brackets just to give you another idea. Of course, we don't know who the players are, but there's round 1, which was all yesterday. Those games will go to YouTube within the next 12 hours, actually. And then we're doing the quarterfinals today. Make sense, guys? Any questions? This is the tournament for fanboys, right? Because you don't know who the players are, so you can always pretend your favorite player is playing, and you can always pretend your favorite player is winning. Are these games live? Nope. They'll be live tomorrow. So all of these games were played within the last few weeks. They're compiled, never seen, and casted on, well, yesterday and today. So if it was live, we couldn't do it. If it was live, we couldn't do it. It's essentially live because no one has seen these games except an admin. So like, it's becoming one of my small pet peeves because I know Age of Empires for a long time was always live games. And we do that for other tournaments. But the reality is, to do a best of 5 live takes about 3 to 4 hours sometimes. And we have 4 best of 5s to do in one day. And no one has ever seen these games, so there's no spoilers anyway. So yeah, sure, it's not technically live, but it is. If you think about it, right? T90 Official, will you have any other caster here today? Well, maybe. I think I'm casting by myself, but Dave texted me. I thought Dave was going to say that he was going to play or cast with me, and he said, wow, you guys are getting pumped by West Ham. Yeah, I knew that Manchester United was losing, Dave. I didn't need to hear about that. I thought he was going to cast with me. Come on, man. He will be here tomorrow, but, you know, it's his weekend. We'll see what happens. Interfering Crocodile, Filthy Noob, R. Thank you guys for the brand new subs. Vicious Marauder, that is Dave. Thank you for 2 years. Thank you, man. Thank you for everything, bro. You are a beast, and you know it. You just won't admit it in public. Thank you for being an amazing friend. Dave is an amazing guy and the best co-caster in the game, hands down. At least for me. Hands down. He doesn't give himself enough credit, chat. He doesn't give himself enough credit. Kiwi Mullet Boy, thank you for 15 months. And you guys ready for the next game? Let's do it. Let's do it. Game. Work for me, brother. Work for me. Yes, here we go. Please, Chaos Pit. Please, Chaos Pit. Please, Chaos Pit. Guys, as we go into Game 4, can we get all the hype spam going in the chat? What are we going to get here? It is... Wah, wah, wah. Arabia! Woohoo! Alright, well, we have all these different maps, and the map pack gives us Arabia. It's okay, Arabia is still amazing. Arabia is still amazing. So, welcome guys, we have game number 4. In the first best of 5 in the Hidden Cup quarterfinals. Many people think Nicov, or Liereyy, or Daut, or Tatoh, one of these players. We won't know for sure. Did they switch the colors on us? They switched the colors on us. Ah, man. You know, you live, you learn, right? I should have said in the settings that players can't change colors. Because Hidden Cup 9 has been choosing green. And now he's blue. And Hidden Cup 1 was red last game, and now he's green. Well, that's going to be confusing. You guys cool with that? I don't know what they're going to do the next game. As long as you guys know, you guys can be confused along with me. Should I do team colors? That's what I'm wondering. I can change them to red and blue. But even then, it wouldn't be consistent with the previous games. So, you want to do team colors? Let's put... Who do we put blue then, though? I don't know. It's confusing either way for me. Let's just stick with these colors. Let's just stick with these colors. Put 9 is blue. Okay, I'll listen to my mod. That's always dangerous, but I'll listen to the mod here. So we have Hidden Cup 9 is blue. So we have 9 is blue, and then we have 1 is red. Shame on you, players. Shame on you for not thinking of the show. Now it happens, I guess. It happens. Maybe 9 didn't like his color. Maybe that was what he blamed for the castle issue last time around. Who knows? But he is Mayans, and he's already out trying to lame. So we have 2 MBLs because both people are going out to lame. So obviously it's MBL versus MBL. There'd be no other reason for them to lame except for that. Mayans versus Mongols again, except it's swapped. And the map is very, very different. But I think the same thing applies. I think Mongols are strong in early feudal. But in late feudal and all throughout Castle Age, it's awkward versus Mayans. So I think that Blue will probably be satisfied with this. He struggled last time versus Mayans, but now he's Mayans. So he kind of knows what to do here. I don't think he's going to get any sheep. I don't think he's going to get any boars from his opponent. And same thing goes... Oh, actually. Maybe not. Red has yet to find his opponent. But he could find these sheep back here. Man, look at these stones. These stones are so good. At first glance, I see the hills and I think, oh no. But then I see the gold in the stone locations and I think, oh yes. If Blue can just wall here, he secures both of his stones in that main gold. Now these golds are going to be tough. So maybe we're back to oh no territory. Second and third gold forward. Oof. There's a lot of real estate in between the players. Look at this. Forward gold for red. There's a stone here. So whoever controls the middle of this map will have a pretty big advantage as the game goes on. Alright. Well, I think you'd open up with a drush, or you'd open up with man-at-arms, if you're Mayans. Mayans are a bit slower, right? So you need something to hold off Mongols. This is where it gets really tough for you as Mayans, because Mongols hunt so fast. So normally, a great way to hold off the Mongols would be to wall. Wouldn't be an awful decision to go with something like a trush here as Mongols. It's a good tower rush civ. But that immediately makes me root against the person, so I think that they wanted me to root for them, and so they're not going for a tower rush, which I can respect. So, I can root for you now, Red. These walls should be completed to the mill by the time that Red's in feudal age. Red is going for scouts, guys. The problem with scouts, while Mongols are fast to feudal, is that you have to build a stable, and then you have to create the scouts, so it's a time thing. Which is why you see a lot of these militia in the current meta. Because Blue now has the time to wall up. And he's going to try and delay his opponent. So there's 2 approaches to this. You drush with the Dark Age rush. You delay your opponent and then you go immediately up to feudal. Which is a really tough build. Or you drush, you stay in Dark Age for a long period of time. Make a crap ton of villagers. And then you try and fast castle off of it. And I think Drush Fast Castle is so uncommon in the meta nowadays because everyone's so aggressive. It's such a risk. But let's see. Just keep an eye on the top right of your screen. You can see if Blue advances to feudal age or not. This is Red's point of view now. And look, see, he expects this. This is why it's a risky move. And I'm telling you, these 2 players are quality players. Because Red, at 10 minutes, realizes my opponent's full wall, I have to go forward. And he immediately goes forward. If he hesitates for a minute or 2, then his window of opportunity is gone. Because then Blue can build defensive towers. But Blue arrives to the wood line! Blue arrives to the wood line! And look at this eagle block. He's blocking off the villager. Can he kill her? No. Still, nice move from him. And this is exactly what that drush does. It's not actually meant to kill villagers. It's meant to delay and harass your opponent. And look, Red has to build a house. He can't create any vills right now. Great stuff, but here comes the tower. And again, Blue is not in a position to counter tower because he's not in feudal yet. But wow, he's already on stone, so he's prepared to make towers. And after the towers, if he gets to Castle Age, what can Blue do then? Plumed archers. So I don't think Blue will be complaining all that much. Inefficient economy for Red. And yeah, this is good. This is good for blue. He got away with it. He got away with having more villagers, essentially. So there's one tower. I mean, he could still lose villagers here. He has to be very careful. Blue has a house on 50 HP. There. Villagers could die here. Oh, one down? No. Don't send the weak vills. The scouts are going to come in. Regardless, the scouts are going to come in and there's 2 weak vills here. Oh, God. Maybe he didn't get away with it. Maybe he didn't get away with it. Red is in with 5 scouts on full HP. Oh, boy. What a messy game. And then we have the Drush on the berries. And Red's fighting it off with villagers, though he might lose one here. He won't, actually. He'll get back to his TC. And blue will find out with the defensive spear that he has some sheep here. Or not. And red now needs to run away because of the fact that blue's spears are out and about. But that's good harassment from both. Again, it's like dead even now. These guys are so evenly matched. I love it. And I'd say that this is a similar situation to the previous game where Mongols have done damage in early feudal. But is it enough? This time around, the mines have that safe stone. But the more towers you force from your opponent, the better here, because they have less stone for the castle in the future. So that's nice. The more walls you force your opponent to build is nice. That's a waste of resources, essentially. I would like to see red come forward and build a tower on this wood line. At the very least, it will force blue to build a defensive tower. But you should be able to get one up, regardless, because blue doesn't have any military. So I'm thinking, build a tower here. Deny that wood line, force blue to the back of his base, and just try and hold the front throughout the game. Which is the one who went for siege and monks in game 1? That was Hidden Cup 1. That was the red player here. And a defensive tower from blue. See, this is exactly right. So just the presence of the villagers forces another tower. This is really good. And now he's going to just pass, just like blue coffee would, and he's going to go around. So that's a panic tower for me. That tower is not necessary. That doesn't really protect much. Love it. Love this tower. And blue has the stone to build his own tower, but there's no way that he can deny this because of the distance. So just more and more harassment coming in from red. And now he can focus on his eco. So I predict that the Mongol player will have a much faster castle time, but then it's like, what do? You go knights, you can die to plumes. You go archers, you can die to plumes. So I think blue will eventually get the plumed archers. Just a matter of when and how many advantages that red can get and how many positions he can lock down. Remember, on a map like this, with the forward golds, this is really good for red to have so much map control. So I'm not a big fan of the whole Drush move here. I think that if you go with man-at-arms and a few spears, then you keep red at home and red maybe doesn't get the initial tower up. Because then you're in feudal age faster and you can respond faster. So again, this sounds like I'm being a bit critical, but I think that the strategy choice that could have been better for this map, for blue, is going man-at-arms instead of the Drush. I think that makes more sense, but hindsight is 20/20. And there's about a 200 food difference. Blue has all of this stone he's not using right now. Sometimes in this situation, I mean, it's not fun to do because you want the stone, obviously. But if you feel like you're going to be behind, build a market, sell some of that stone for gold, and buy food. You don't have to do all of it, just maybe 200 to 300, because you are going to have more to collect, right? This is a tournament, and there's a lot at stake here. Wouldn't surprise me to see whoever this is wall up these golds. You'll see some players do that. They start building stone walls around the golds. That is considered laming, but anything is on the cards when there's money on the line. Some tournaments do ban that, actually. But anyway, he's not doing it. He's just placing an outpost there. He has fantastic scouting. Look at this guy. Look, he's using his scouts. A lot of players wouldn't do this. Maybe not in this tournament, but there's very few players in the world who would do all these small things that he's doing. Look, he's going to place a tower here. Wolf will not deny it. this is really impressive. And sure, I'm not a big fan of towers, as people were saying in the chat, but there's just a lot of small things. Sometimes towers are necessary. As much as I hate towers, towers do balance the game in many ways. And now, he sees where all the pressure points are, where all the golds are, where all the stones are. I bet you he's going for a forward siege workshop here. 2 stables. Forward siege workshop. Blue. Yep, has the stone for plumes. So now a similar thing will happen here. Red wants to force blue to build a very passive castle. Ideally, blue would have the castle on the hill. Ideally, blue would have the castle in front of the gold. But if there's a few mangonels, he can't do that, so he'd have to build it here. Or like here or something. Somewhere that's not convenient. Red not MBL? Why? Not saying you're wrong, but why? Someone says, I think red is Viper. He's playing really well. Could be. I think either of these players could be Viper, in all honesty. Because if you think back, this could be Viper versus Liereyy. Because I thought for sure Hidden Cup 9 was Liereyy in the first best of 5 yesterday. And then both of these guys have played extremely well. But the things that are happening right now are just perfect from Hidden Cup 1. Just perfect. This is not a matchup that Mongols should normally win. It has to be played perfectly. And there is Blue's castle again. He sees the siege workshop. He knows he can't build it forward, so good decision to build it here. Yeah, Ryan, you're right. On water, that was what was confusing. On water, it was not good. It's so tough for me to know, though, because Liereyy often wins on water with higher eco approaches, like where he builds the farms earlier and stuff. So, water definitely makes me question things, but the rest of the games, especially Liereyy choosing Celts, I think Liereyy would choose Celts. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You guys don't know. It's fun to talk about, though. It's fun to guess. Yeah, we already did the poll, but people were just trolling and choosing Daut, so it kind of ruined the point of the poll. But I think that many people had said Tatoh and Nicov, right? But now we're all second guessing. We're like, wow, Red's playing really good. It must be Viper. Like, I'm totally cool with trolls. I'm totally cool with trolls, but I have a poll system because I want to see what the audience thinks. And so when everyone picks Daut, it kind of ruins that, but it's fine, man. It's fine. It's fine. Plumed archers are here. So is it fine for red? Is it fine for red? Mayans get stronger and stronger here. Blue might even build the second castle soon. Red is stonewalling up. Smart decisions. I like it. You have the time. Use the time you bought yourself, my friend. Tell me there's no hole there. That looks holy. That looks holy. All the mangonels on the right with the knights. Knights might need to be careful here. But I think they can at least advance to the golds. Sometimes it's just about judging the fights. Some of the best players in this game are good at judging the fights. I thought that Mangonel was going to do so much more. I thought that Mangonel was going to kill all the plumes. That Mangonel dies to the towers. And now this is enough plumed archers to push away the knights. Woo boy! Woo boy! Scared me. 2 TCs now for blue. He's a few villagers behind, but he has better military. And as long as he avoids the mangonels, he can do real damage to red as well. Red has to build TCs that protect him. Red is on 1, 2, and now 3 TCs. So this is anyone's game. This is anyone's game. It's tough as Mongols because you're making knights, but you don't want to be going knights long term. You also don't want to be going Mangadai long term. Mayans are just a fantastic civilization for virtually every matchup. Versus another Mesociv, Mayans can win. Versus Malians, Burmese, Mayans can win. Versus Mongols, Mayans can win. There's a reason that Mayans were picked. Remember, Hidden Cup 1 had Mayans last game and won. So now he's up against them. Plumed archers are so mobile, man. So mobile. And this forces red to invest into more knights. Or he could go for a bunch of defensive castles and mangonels, but it's not easy. And blue builds his second castle. He's getting access to his wood line. He's slowly branching out. This has been another quality game here, guys. And now blue is scouting around with the weak plume. Like, that is intentional, to scout with the weak plumed archer. And now he sees the extra gold. Now he's controlling it. So many people were seeing red scouting, thinking this might be Viper. But now you have blue doing the same thing now that he finds an opportunity to do it. All 12 players in this event would be doing this, though. I mean, they're all incredible players. They might not be as popular. Like, they might not all make videos and stream and stuff. But there's a reason I asked these 12 to play. Shouldn't red go fast imp instead of TCs to get trebs and deny the plumes? Yeah, but how do you protect your trebs? If you go fast imp, you have less economy and normally less military. Mongols can get Cavalier, but they don't get the final defense upgrade, right? So the way Mongol... Oh my god! Oh! What are you doing? What are you doing? He didn't patrol. Oh my god! Red's here with another Mangonel! Oh boy. Oh boy. I was just gonna say, the way Mongols win here is they weather the storm. If anything, Mayans go up faster, because Mayans can get Bracer and Chemistry and have a real power spike. Mongols need to weather the storm. If we're talking post-imp, if we're talking 130 villagers, 1 hour in, then Mongols can win with their siege options, accompanying their Mangadai, and that's just huge. Because red is now weathering the storm. And he's going to build a castle now. Castle that might not stay up, honestly, because blue's on the way to imp, but he's going to build a castle on this hill. That was not what blue needed there. I was just talking about how flawless both players have played for their situations. And, yeah, not good, but you got to credit red for the sneaky Mangonels. He had one here, he had one here. He was prepared. And now, naturally, after saying that, I mean, it's so funny to me, man. Chat's like, oh, it must be Miguel on fire. Oh, it must be Viper and Liereyy. And then we have that, and it's Daut. It's Daut. I don't think it's Daut. I don't think it's Daut. I don't think Daut would play... I don't think he would open up with a Drush like that with his map. I think Daut would go man-at-arms there. So I don't think it's Daut, but again, and I'll continue this for today and tomorrow, I have no clue. I have no clue. Whoever it is, he's on his way to the Imperial Age now as well. He needs an answer to plumed archers. Oh! Boy, and he sees the castles there from Hidden Cup number 9. And this is so huge. Getting those extra golds. Remember the scouting from red? He could work on getting his relics now. He doesn't know about this one, so he'll at least get 3 if he snags that quickly. If you get to Siege Ram, then Mayans struggle. Why? Because plumed archers normally patrol them. And when you patrol units, they attack the closest thing. Oh god, red's losing more vills. And if that is the rams, then whatever else red has can fire over top those rams. I love how red is positioning his castles. I think ideally he would have placed the castle here, but he knew that that was a risk. So he placed the castle here, and that should be perfect timing. So, sorry, Daut. We know it's not you. Wait, wait, wait! Did I... Yeah, that's perfect timing. And that's the type... Those are the things that can win or lose you games right there. Because if he placed that castle here, which would have been so much better, because it would have protected the gold, he would have lost all those vills and the castle would have been denied. So, it's so tough to time all of this. I think we'll see Hussar and Mangadai from red to start. Yeah, Bracer, Conscription. Mayan Hussars are decent. They're not fantastic. And these are elite plumed archers. I don't think that red can fight this. Actually, I know that red cannot fight this right now. And blue... because of that, is getting his hill back. He'll take the gold. Ooh, red is trying to deny this. Blue is here with his plume, so... what? I just said it's not Daut. I just said it's not Daut, and red sneaks out here. Wow, he gets the Mangonel shot in as well. He at least slows down this castle. Okay. So that is an impressive move because, again, you can't fight the army of plumes, but he recognized that they were over here. And well calculated there. Blue loses some vills. He's 30 vills behind. He does have Mayan villagers. But now elite Mangadai for red. He's catching up. He's getting to the technologies that would help him here. He's building a second castle on the hill. And blue, he's not doing all that much to red now. But remember, this is blue's gold. This is blue's gold. He needs it. Red is right next to it. That's what will win or lose people these games. And then, of course, red's gold there. And there's massive hills on either side. So if you happen to be new to the Age of Empires scene, there's a hill bonus in Age of Empires 2. So your units do 25% more damage when attacking on top of the hill. And your opponent does 25% less damage when firing uphill. So that would apply to the trebuchets here. And so these castles, especially if they get the HP upgrades on them, it's going to be really hard to kill. Again, Mongol Light Cav, they have a little bit more HP. So it'll be nice as a meat shield. But they don't get the final defense upgrade, so long term it's not ideal. But I love it. I love it. Just distracting. Remember, the plumed archers, you're going to patrol these units, right? So they have no meat at the moment. And if they do patrol in, they're just going to attack Light Cav. No gold units from red. Red could do this. He has more population. He really slowed down the numbers from blue. Remember that one engagement with the mangonels. And also slowing down that castle. But here's blue with the trebs now. So I think in the engagements themselves, plumed archers will do better than the Mangadai. Plumed archers are also much cheaper than the Mangadai. However, Mongols have those other options. And also the Mangadai can snipe trebs. So red can continue to delay this if you'd like. Just by running in, sniping the trebs. And retreating. And the Rams, guys. The Rams. This is an insane game. With the Rams, plumes, they won't have an answer. But their only capped ram. So expensive for Mongols to get to where they need to be. And red needs to make a decision now. This is his point of view. He can see all of this happening. Does he choose to run in here and get the trebuchets? He's waiting for the hussars in front. Love it. Waiting for the capped ram. Just go for the trebs, red. Oh, he's actually going for the army. He's confident enough to engage the army. He loses his castle. Blue's immediately packing up the trebs. Look at that capped ram. Look at it go. So many plumed archers left. I would have gone for the trebs. But then again, I am not good enough to play against these players. I think if you go for the trebs there, it's better because it gives you more time. I think it's better than hitting the plumes. And look at these plumed archers. Siege ram on the way for red. Now, this one capped ram is playing such a huge role in this, guys. Look, the plumes are only attacking the ram. You can't micro with these numbers. So well played from red. Can he get the trebs now? He's going to get him. And he's going to keep his castle up. And now he can back up. So maybe that was the time. Blue. Remember, he has the extra gold. He actually has a plumed archer out here. Look at this. One single plumed archer. This was intentional. Just camping right beyond the castle's range, killing a dozen villagers and keeping red off of gold. And red doesn't have gold. It's the little things, guys. Getting the extra golds early, getting the relics early, the positioning of the units, and then it's the eco, then it's the text. There's so many things. I obviously don't follow competitive scenes of other esports, but I think there's a reason that people like Dash from League and other esports are impressed by Age of Empires 2. It's so complex. It's insane. This is a sick game. This is a sick game. 2 relics for red. Only 2 castles. That's going to hurt him. But he finally will secure his gold a little bit. Blue has 4 castles and this massive hill. And so far, no one has been able to take this gold. I don't know if anyone will take this gold in this game. I feel like if anyone can take that safely, they've already won. Why no siege onagers to deal with the plumes? Look at his resources. Look at his resources. It's too expensive. If he didn't make the hussars, dead. If he didn't put the food in the siege rams, he'd be dead. So it just comes down to cost, right? That's why plumed archers are good, because you can make 1 single unit, they're really cheap, and they can do a tremendous amount of damage. but drill is on the way for red. These are siege rams now. And it's not realistic with all this going on for blue to just individually click Mangudai. That doesn't work, so he either needs eagles, which is expensive, he needs halbs, he needs something melee in front, or his own rams, but his own rams would die to the Mangudai, and let's go! Can the Mangudai and the Hussars do this? The plumed archers are backing up to their castle. That's a lot of rams. Does red have a follow-up? He does, with more rams and more Hussars. These damn plumed archers, man. They're so good. They're so good at... And wow, blue's using a small group to go for the Mangudai. Actually, he's clicking the whole group. This is not easy to do. The rams, meanwhile, are attacking the castle. The way to kill Mayans is to make the siege ram, and it seems to be kind of working. It's tough, man. Blue, man, I'm so impressed. He's using Vils now. He's killed a lot of red's Mangudai. Look at the micro from this guy. Really well done. Really well done. And blue has 10 more population now. He has plumed archers dying, but he's at least attempting to branch out at the same time. I mean, that fight was intense enough, but he still has to do all of this. Crazy. Probably one of the best games of the tournament here. As I said, no one's gonna collect that gold. It's just not gonna happen. Which makes that extra gold that blue got earlier that much more important. He actually hasn't scouted this one. Red has scouted it. He just can't really sneak past there. I'd say advantage mines now. I'd say advantage mines. And of course, if he wins, blue, we go to game 5. Onager's not an option. Too expensive. Way too expensive. You have to continue with the siege rams, and it's really tough. The way blue has set up his base, he's not even raidable. You can't even raid with hussars because you run into castles and walls. And plumes can catch up to those hussars anyway. And this castle will just die. It could be over soon for Hidden Cup 1, or this game could be over soon for him. If he leaves his base with this to go raid, blue goes right into his eco and kills everything. So he has to stay. That was an impressive hold from blue. I wonder, sometimes I wish that we could like pause a game and then change the hills and then continue. I would like to see that whole fight again without that gigantic hill, because I'm fairly certain that blue would have at least lost his castle without that hill in defense. Because red did so much less damage, and blue did so much more damage. He has 90 military. Do the rams even matter in these numbers? Well, they do. They do. And red is going to try for it. Again, blue got a little bit of gold, and he has to retreat. It's just how cheap the plumes are, guys. And there was a time when these plumed archers were better than they are now. They were cheaper than they are now. And walling was twice as fast. There was a time when it was just walls and plumes. And I mean, still kind of what you do, but it's obviously much more difficult to get to because red had his opportunities here. Red got his victory with mines last time. And now he's up against mines. And he's losing control, but he's waiting for a final fight. He's waiting for a final fight with siege rams and hussars and Mangudai, everything. I don't know if he can kill 100 mine military, though. Jeez. Here come the rams. Now, the halbs will help briefly, because there's some form of melee, but blue has been utilizing the hills so well. But that's a lot of hussars. Let's see. This is an insane fight, man. This is an insane fight. I think... Do you kill the castle, or do you kill the military? It's really the military. So surround it. Get on the hill. Blue's trying to advance to the top of the hill with some of his army. Seems like 1 or 2 siege rams are in the center of this pile of bodies. The Mangudai are still being microed down. The castle... Well, that hasn't been the target. It's actually been blue's trebuchets. And these plumed archers, man. And blue's micro is gonna bring him this victory, I think. Again, it's so difficult because when you're not controlling the plumes, they'll attack the closest thing, so they'll attack the rams. But blue has been taking small groups, well, I guess it's a large group and an even larger group, to kill the Mangadai. And now all of a sudden, will this castle go down? Can't tell if that's enough repair bills. Regardless, blue is still at 80 military and red's at 40. This is just... Red did great in Feudal Age. He actually needed to do more in this matchup. Yeah, and the Hussars do very little to the plumes. You see how quickly they die to the plumed archers? And now with the Halbs here, it gets more difficult. And the castle stays up. The experience of blue to get the golds early, to calculate this, to notice that red is out of wood now. Impressive player. And Hidden Cup 9 is the guy I thought for sure it was Liereyy or Nicov or Viper in the first series yesterday. He's going to tie this up. We're going to see a game 5. It's going to be a shame because one of these players has to lose. You know? One of these players has to lose. Trebs go down. The castle will finally be killed off, I think. But that's more gold down the drain for Hidden Cup 1. So obviously you guys are welcome to have your own opinions, but I disagree with anyone who thinks that red threw this. I know that we probably have expert players watching right now, and most of these guys probably played in the event, so I don't want you guys to speak up because it's kind of confusing for chat, but pretty sure if you were to ask any pro player, how did red do here, he would say good. Considering the circumstances, he did good. Blue had 2 back stones. Blue had a wallable map. Maybe you can question that 1 siege workshop. Maybe you could question that. But then again, remember when he chewed up the plume numbers in Castle Age? I mean, he took some good fights. I think we'll see the GG shortly from red. Outstanding game. A sign of what is to come, guys. We will have game 5, assuming we get there, coming from the map pack. So we got Arabia with the map pack. No telling what we'll get next. Maybe it'll be Chaos Pit. Maybe it'll be Cross. Maybe it'll be Golden Islands or Gold Rush. Yeah, red's got to call it soon, man. Blue is just everywhere. This has been an insane game. This has been an insane game. Now, even skirmishers isn't a good play here. With this many plumed archers, you can't do anything. Like, you need more numbers. You need more numbers. So, I don't necessarily think this is a Civ win. I think Mayans are better than Mongols. But there's different time windows, right? So, in early Feudal Age, Mongols had their time window. Maybe early Castle Age. But then, Mayans are so much more successful for such a long period of time past that. I don't know. I think that red might have been able to do a few things differently, but it would be extremely harsh to say that the guy threw, because look at the play, man. Blue he's everywhere. He hit this wood line earlier. Look at those bodies. He's on this wood line now, and he's pushing up the gut now. The only mistake from blue, I'd say, is not scouting this corner, which is an extremely minor detail when he has this gold. It's awesome. So what do you think, chat? Are we going to see the G? Are we going to see the GG? We've seen 1 G from these guys, but for the most part, they've said GG. Elite Eagle now on the way, which makes matters so much more difficult. Capital G. I'm kind of rooting for Hidden Cup 9 because he's the guy who typed a G and a GG in separate games. He's trying to mind game the viewers here, which I can appreciate. Yeah, Seadram might sneak in here, actually, to kill a trebuchet, but you kill the treb, and you're still in an awful situation. Red is really trying here, though, man. He's played one heck of a game. Finally finding an opening to get in, but I think it's all too late, and there's the GG, so we got the GGs, no Gs. So, maybe not Tim. Just kidding, Tim's not playing in this tournament. What a game, man. What a game. I am impressed with Red. That's a situation where Mayans should win on Arabia, I think. There's a lot of maps in this map pool, so you never know what you're going to get. Obviously, Mayans was already picked by Red. So I wanted to make sure that there wouldn't be... Well, there's always going to be situations where certain civs are stronger. But I wanted to make sure that you couldn't reuse the same civs, right? I didn't want someone just spamming Mayans, Aztecs, Mayans, Aztecs, Mayans, Aztecs. So if you choose a good civ, you better make use of it, and then you need to have a plan for the next game. And that's what the players have done with Mayans in this set. So we're going on to game number 5 next. Look at the KD there, 503 kills for Hidden Cup 9. Still not sure who this person is, but both of these two are incredible players, that's for sure. And we have more viewers here now. I think I don't actually have my viewer numbers active on my other monitor, which is kind of nice in a way. It's kind of nice. Sometimes I look at that too often, I think, but for those that just got here, I'll explain where we're at in the event. So it is now 2-2. This is a best of 5. Take a look at the brackets here. We're doing all the quarterfinals today. We do not know who these individuals are. Players who advance to the semifinals tomorrow will have the potential to play in the grand final, of course, if they win tomorrow. And we'll find out all the player identities tomorrow afternoon. Here's the map pool. So the next game will be from the map pack. We do not know what the maps will be. So I think if you're going to pick a civ, you need to pick a civ that can work on all maps. You can't go for a civ like... This is an awful example, but it's extreme, so I think that helps. You can't go for Turks and hope for Gold Rush, because Turks collect gold faster. Because there's only 2 maps that have gold focus like that. And the rest of the maps, Turks will be awful. Actually, please don't think that Turks are good for Gold Rush. They're really not, but that was my example, right? I think you get what I'm saying. Here's a look at the total prize pool. So the champion of this event will get $650. It'll actually be $750, I believe. Slightly higher numbers than what you see there on your screen, but that gives you an idea of the split. And then if you are wondering who these players might be, you can see the players' names on the right-hand side. So, let me just check my phone to see if I... No, okay, cool. You guys ready for the next game? I don't think we should waste any time here. I think we should get right into it, man. Or women. Men or women. I don't discriminate. I don't discriminate. I appreciate your opinions too. All the T90 babes out there. Yo, Debbie, there we go. Look at this. Debbie subbed to the stream with the Prime. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you very much. Argo, thank you. Ace John, thank you for gifting MBL the sub. Hat to Jammer, thank you for 13 long months. And Ferdy, thank you for the brand new sub. Thank you, everybody. I'm just used to saying man, okay? Just used to saying man. I'm not assuming people's gender. 2018, I would never do that. Oh, God. Oh, you can't see it. My bad. My bad. You guys can't see this. Look at this. We got Land of Lakes, baby. Land of Lakes. What did I say? What did I say? I said that you have to pick a civ that can be good overall. Land of Lakes. Oh boy, yesterday we saw a Malay war on Land of Lakes. Somebody actually chose this as their home map last time around, which was ridiculous, and we had a Malay war. This time it was random. And Malay, I guess we'll have to see. But I think Malay is the safer pick here. Indians can be a bit too one-sided at times. This is an old map from before I started casting games. And I wanted to throw it in here to mix it up. I will agree, of all the maps, it's probably the least balanced, but it's different, okay? It's different, and I think you guys can appreciate that being here to watch this event. Yeah. Let's talk about it. We have in the blue, Hidden Cup 9. Guesses are Liereyy, Nicov, and, well, Viper, actually, from the Twitch chat. In the red, we have Hidden Cup 1, and honestly, the guesses have been the same, because both of these players have been fantastic. So, this map is very pond-focused. Back in the day, there was no fire galleys. So the meta was quite different, but you still want to prioritize water for many different reasons. I do see right now that while Red might not have the civilization, he does have the ponds. He has more deep fish to the north than blue does to the south. He also has more deep fish to the left than blue does, but blue could always dock that. It's not far. This body of water is all connected, right? So there's one area to cross. It is in the center. Players will probably try and wall that up, but they're not that far apart from one another. Wood can become an issue in late game, so I think it's important you control the ponds. If you control this pond next to red scout, then you can collect this wood. If you lose it, you lose out on the wood. And I can't count every tree, of course, despite my force nothing experience, but I think that the trees are pretty even. Well, you know what? If someone controls the middle right pond here and this area here, they get control over a lot of wood. So we'll find out. There's the dock. That's actually an awful dock for red. It's also a peculiar place to place it. Normally, the rule of thumb is to find an area that juts out. So even here, if you went to the area that juts out, he would find a deep fish. I would have assumed because he saw this land, he would have walked this direction, but okay. And I don't think players prepared for this. I don't think they practiced this much. A blue, he has not scouted much on the left-hand side. He's instead luring deer. Thoughts on the Civs Twitch chat? I think Malay are significantly better here, but Indians do have cheaper vills, so perhaps in early game, if they keep this open, they could pressure, like sneak a vill or something. Should have gone Turks. Should have gone Turks. See, red is not going to sneak vills. You rarely see that at the high level. That would be really cool, though. Be perfect for the Hidden Cup. Yeah, I think Malay are better. Not just for the reason that they can make the fish traps and have harbors, but I think that Malay are just better than Indians with their land military as well. But I don't like how blue is playing this as the Malay. He has not docked at all. So red has an eco lead. Oh, he's going for a drush and red's just walled it out. I mean, red's playing better so far. When we saw this yesterday, players went for so many ponds. But only red now is docked. And he's not going to the deep fish, which is so peculiar. There's a lot of things I'm questioning right now. Get the T90 judge emote going. I'm being too judgy, I guess. I don't own 2 of the AoE2 expansions on Steam. Do I need to buy them all to be able to play on Voobly? So JMS, yeah, to use... Yeah, it's the unfortunate thing. I mean, it's great that we have the Wololo Kingdoms mod, and you're able to play on Voobly with the HD expansions, but unfortunately you do need all of them. Guys, later on today, I'm going to be giving away 5 keys to Age of Empires HD expansion. Or not the expansion, the edition. So if you don't happen to own the game, I'm going to be giving away 5 keys today. I'm going to be giving away 5 keys tomorrow, so you can look forward to that. So red loses his scout. Actually, he'll hit feudal age. See you later, sucker. I imagine this scout will eventually die, but he's at least distracting blue. And you got to give blue credit for only making 2 militia once he saw the walls. Yeah, and if you already have the game, you can give it to a friend. Christmas is coming up, right? Christmas is coming up. So guys, we need to name these militia. I'm going to number them. Dave's not here, but I'm going to do what Dave would do. We need to name these guys. They're going to contribute, okay? I need name ideas. Now, I know it's 2018 now, and we could have female militia in this day and age, but this is from a long time ago. So I'm going to assume they're men. Okay? Not trying to offend anybody. Tom and Jerry, that's easy to remember. I like that. So we got Tom, who's number 1. We got Jerry, who's number 2. And we got stone walls from our red player, and we finally have a dock from blue. I'm going to go with Tom and Jerry because I have the memory of a goldfish. Okay, I'm not saying that I don't like your other names, but that's easy for me to remember. So both in feudal age, both on separate ponds. This is very Very passive. Someone said yesterday we might as well name this map Minnesota. Yeah, this is the Minnesota map. We don't call soda soda here, guys. We call it pop. Okay, get it right. We call soda soda on other maps. I think they do that. Don't they call soda pop? Do I have anyone here from Minnesota? Is that Michigan or Minnesota? I forget. Oh no! Tom and Jerry have been given a mission, and they're gonna be walled out from the town because they haven't accomplished that mission. These guys are being ostracized because they didn't complete the job. Pop in Canada? Oh, really? Oh, I've just offended more people than I thought. I figured we might have 2 people from Minnesota here, but we have a lot of Canadians. I'm in trouble. It's alright. It's alright, I'll be fine. I've survived casting with Dave for a few years. I think I'll be fine. I don't think we're going to lose our Canadian audience. If anything, we're going to gain more of our Canadian audience once Dave gets in here and starts saying, "Eh. Those are some nice militia, eh?" Okay, I gotta stop. This is getting too offensive. What are they doing? Fast castle, I guess? Or soon Red will go to Castle Age? He has a much faster time. However, Blue has docked here. And great job from Blue. This is what I expected from the get-go. He's going to kill these fishing ships. Tom and Jerry are really they're really disturbing the peace here, man. Imagine if you had this house. Man, it's like, that's all you hear. You can't even sleep. Ugh. An alarming... There's an alarming... why can't I think? How about this? The lack of Navy is alarming. That's what I meant to say. Just gotta switch the order around. Okay, and now Blue's on the way to Castle Age, but he does advance 80% faster. This is so weird. There's such a playstyle difference. So in this Hidden Cup, these games were played within the last few weeks. Yesterday and today are recorded games, but they're essentially live because it's the first time anyone will see them. I have not been spoiled. I don't know what the results are. I don't know who the players are. And I think that we're seeing a big difference in style because this map is very new and that these players do not know how to play it exactly. If they knew how to play this map, they would only know from watching others play it and from playing against other people. And then eventually a metagame forms. And they say, oh, well, X player did a really good job with this strategy and this civ, so I should do that when I play. But that's not what happened here. They don't get to see any of the other games. So that's why we're seeing such a big difference in styles. So it's really interesting to me. Oh my goodness gracious, we got a transport. Or as Slam from Canada would say, we got a tranny. Oh, get Tom and Jerry. Get Tom and Jerry. They've been waiting for this. No, get Tom and Jerry. That would be hilarious if they could somehow do something. But unfortunately, there's more walls here. But Blue is at least able to scout, which is very important. Hey, just 2,475 more hits. And Tom is... Wait, Jerry is through. It's just so weird. 3 fish are out on the map. 3 fish in the land of lakes. Oh, we got a camel transport. Let's go. This could deny the TC. Blue could lose villagers to this. See, this is why you go auto control, so you can stop the transports. Very interesting game. This is so different. Oh, we got a gate, guys. Is it Slam? Slam has that stone gate hotkey. We know that much. Oh, there haven't been a lot of Slam guesses. That is the first stone gate, but maybe we have Slam-a-boy. Right when I'm calling soda soda in front of Canadians, we have a Canadian, of course. T90 official, this map is as AIDS as a map gets. I'm not sure you know how AIDS works. I don't think that games can get infected. But I can give you more info on that later on. If you Google it though, I'm sure there's a lot of information. It's probably important you know that later on in life. More villagers for blue. Camels have just been an annoyance. They've done more than Tom and Jerry have, unfortunately. And why on earth? There's 6 camels here now. Why on earth are they not going for water? Interesting. So I'll tell you what the strategy was in the old recorded games I watched, okay? So I didn't just blindly pick this. I watched 4 recorded games from the War is Coming tournament. This was back from, I think, 2013. So 5 years ago. Transport's going down. Players oftentimes did not boom. They went for a lot of lake control. And they went up to imp as fast as possible and then went trebs and pushed. One recorded game I actually watched was with Slam and with Viper. So if this is Slam, he's experienced. And I bet you a lot of players in this event are not experienced. Oh, we got a demo! He's actually making a demo here. I don't think it's going to do much, but let's go. Boom! Boom! Nah. Did not do much. Not worth it. But, you know, whoever this is gets some style points, okay? Get some style points. And now everyone's going to think Tatoh because of the demo. But I think Tatoh would have probably known that wouldn't have done much. Oh no, Jerry! Tom, run! Tom! Oh no, there's no transport. He's screwed. Tom, just blend in with the trees, man. Blend in. Stop attacking the wall. His people walled him out. You can't get back home. Get your Fs prepared. I always knew Tom was better than Jerry. Anybody ever watch Tom and Jerry growing up? I did. I didn't realize how big of a jerk Jerry was. Tom was just he was a cool cat. Jerry was a jerk. I didn't realize that as a kid, but if you watch that as an adult, it's not near as fun. You just end up feeling bad for Tom. It's kind of like, was it The Brave Little Toaster? There's a lot of messed up kids shows and movies, man. And we didn't realize it when we were younger. We didn't realize it. Okay, so we have Tom and Jerry fans in the chat. It's good to know that I have a good audience here. I think Blue should build another castle forward. He has the stone for it. He hasn't gone for a fish trap as Malay. I'm a bit disappointed. Oh, and red! He's gonna click up to imp first. So, assuming they don't add any more water control, which may or may not happen, I would like to see Indians go gunpowder. If we see a university, then that will be the play. Yes. Okay. So my guess is red will go for chemistry. He'll then go for bombard cannons and hand cannons. In a choke point, though. In a choke point where Navy on either side can range that. So that's why it's so peculiar to me that no one is going heavy onto water. Blue is building 2 castles right here in the choke. But if he aims to go karambits, that's not going to work versus gunpowder. Thompson, all of these games were played within the last 3 weeks. I have not seen them. Nobody has seen them except for one admin. That is it. So they are essentially live. I will give Red credit for being annoying, because as we were talking about Tom and Jerry and all these different things, you could see that Blue was chasing skirmishers and camels around with vills. So he might not have killed all that much, but he was at least being annoying, and maybe that's why he clicked him slightly faster. Of course, Blue is Malay, so he'll end up... Oh wow, the imp times will be the exact same. Isn't that funny? Look at the time there. It'll be the exact same time. What are the chances of that? Blue is making karambits. Okay. So karambits versus camels and Well, this is confusing. We have an archer and a cav archer. Okay, quick. Who knows the hotkeys of the best players in the world? Who would make this mistake? And we'll know. Now I'm thinking it might be Slam, because Slam plays a lot of Huns. Chemistry on the way for the Malay player. And heavy camel. I mean, if you're going camels versus Malay, you're gonna be in trouble. I think, anyway. Because now the Karambits will be very effective. Liereyy from Swiss, you have to keep in mind that Blue was in the Imperial Age faster, or Castle Age faster. So he had the TCs much earlier. That's probably why he's been able to get that Vil lead. Pretty big Vil lead at that. And I do hear docks working, so we have a few fishing ships here as well. This is just so interesting. We saw so much Navy the last time we saw the map, and this time there's just nothing. No one has even upgraded to War Galley. And you would think they wouldn't want to fight in a choke either. This is baffling to me, guys, but hey, I can appreciate different. This is game 5 in a best of 5. So, at this point, who do you guys think the players are? Seriously. Who do you think red is? Who do you think blue is? Some games I think Tatoh, some games I think Nicov, some games I think Liereyy. I am all over the place. I have no clue. You think Daut is both? Okay. Red, Slam, blue, Tatoh. Could be, man. If anything, I'm thinking... No, I don't think Tatoh's playing in this. I think Tatoh played yesterday. Because if this was Tatoh, he would prioritize water more, wouldn't he? I think we're looking at some unexperienced water players, potentially. And that would not be Tatoh. That's just my opinion. But... Hey, I mean, if he wins without going for the water control, never know. I think Slam's a solid guess. I really do. Slam's not experienced in the current water meta, or at least he doesn't do it frequently. Riut would be a solid guess as well. I think could have been Riut, Nicov. This is so cool to think about, but we have no clue. We won't know until tomorrow. So now we have the hand cannons and Imperial Camel from red. Guys, so look on the right-hand side. Look what blue has seen, and look what red has not seen. There's 2 gold piles here. There's a large portion of the map here. And red has no clue. He does have the hand cannons in a choke, though. And if he kills the castles, there's going to be 3 of them, then blue will not be able to make the Karambit Warriors. So it's Treb defense now from blue. Red needs to get his villagers over here to repair. Quickly. Oh, and wow, the heavy camels go in. Should he have done this? He's going right for the trebuchets, isn't he? Well, seems like it's worked out. Karambits are super cheap, though. Camels are not. And there's not too many hand cannons behind this. But these are now Imperial camels. That's so expensive, man. That's so expensive. And I don't know if that's the play. Again, full gunpowder and full navy could have been so much better. The camels just melt. It's essentially the cost of Paladin. And now the trebuchets will go down. Huge lead for a Malay player now. And I know that Malay have more options on this map, but red has not really played the map correctly. Both players haven't, by not prioritizing water. Red also walled himself out from those golds, and blue is through the gate. Blue is through the gate. This is revenge for Tom and Jerry. That's what it is. Hand cannons, killing a lot of Karambits, but the Karambits are so cheap, and they can be spammed so easily. And KD will be better for red. Can he hold on? No relics. By the way, the relics are more in favor of blue. He has 3 relics, actually 4 relics on his side if you count this one. But I don't think he's going to focus on that right now. I think that he's too focused on the front. Yeah, cannon galleons would kill both castles. Indeed. Galleons would kill all the navy in the units in the center. Weird. But hey, they're both kind of neglecting it. So I guess it evens out. And If that's the case, then you have to give advantage to Malay. He has all 5 on his side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, this one. Yeah, he does have all 5 on his side. Would that have mattered if Red took those golds? Would that have mattered if Red would have gone water? I don't think so. He probably could have taken 3 of them, right? He could have taken at least 3 of them if he had control of the pawns. Elite Skirm to mix in with the hand cannons. Skirms are going to do 1 damage versus the Karambits. And I think Red's on the clock here. I don't think he can make these camels and hand cannons for much longer. But you know what? They are strong. They are the counter. And he's killed another Treb. Though I still think that the score is mainly because of the KD. 2-1 KD for Red. So he sees this relic. He sees this relic. It's a pain, but I'm thinking put this monk in the transport. Get over there. Get a transport here. Get that. Maybe even go for... Do Indians get Cannon Galleon? Not sure. But you could send your Trebs on the other side of the water and kill that castle. That's for sure. Scorpions is an interesting idea. I think that Scorpions are just too vulnerable to Onager or Bombard Cannon, which Malay could go for. And I think Scorpions are a huge investment in wood and food, which he doesn't have right now because he's spending it. So possibly getting that upgrade would be a big mistake, and then he'd lose out in the fights, and he is not losing out in this fight. The Imperial Camels are working. They are working. Just how long? Just how long will they work? Felpa says, who won the quarterfinal, 1 or 9? We're still there. This is game number 5 in Land of Lakes, man. In Land of Lakes. The colors have slightly switched, though. Oh, and that monk is actually killed by the Karambits. It's funny. Alright. Can Red push these castles back? I'll be amazed. I'd be amazed if he could win this as Indians, but he's somehow affording this. Yep, and now Blue is forced to repair a castle. Blue has tons of resources. Blue is going for halbs and for Karambits, all of which gets countered by the hand cannons, but there's still more camels than hand cannons. Yeah, Dino is right in the Twitch chat. This comes down to the cost, guys. This comes down to the cost. Everything Red is creating is very costly, whereas Blue, it's quite cheap. Yep, Red found 1 gold. He's castled it. He's also docking here. He's making a transport. I like this. I like this a lot. He needs to scout this area because that gold will help him fund all of this. And there's no way it's Tatoh. Tatoh would have made a demo ship by now, right, chat? So what do you favor in the choke point? Do you like the hand cannons and the camels? Or do you like the halberdiers and the Karambits? I don't think full melee is going to have much success here, because the ranged units are not receiving any damage. But that's just so many from Blue. All he wants is the Trebs. Get the Trebs and back right out of this. Malay are just insane. But, hey, Blue lost his castle. Blue did lose his castle. I think Red needs more hand cannons. He's making way too many camels. And he's making skirms and camels. I think more hand cannons would make a bit more sense. Obviously, camels are still very strong, but... Intense 5th game. Oh! Oh, guys. He's going to raid with light cav. Blue does see this, but he's probably not paying attention, right? And that would distract Blue from the front. So as long as Red can hold here, and I believe he can with these numbers, he could raid from the sides, and this is why controlling the pawns are important. You got to make use of it. This is the Land of Lakes. I'm sorry, not pawns. We're going to see a massive raid coming in, and that means these gold villagers will all die. This fight on the front is just insanity. Blue is spamming Karambit after Karambit, Halb after Halberdier. He's getting Onager now as well. And where are the camels? Where are the camels? Where are the hand cannons? There's no gold units here for Red. I think he needed more gunpowder, guys. I think if he had 20 to 30 hand cannons in that group instead of the skirmishers, instead of that many camels, it would have been much better. And this is real interesting, because Red is behind in population. He's losing so much on the front. The Trebs and Bombard cannons will probably come forward for Blue, and they will. But now blue's getting hit. And you can't wall in your villagers. There's actually very little places to take wood. There's just 2 or 3 locations. So blue will be distracted from the front slightly because the light cav rating. But I mean, he could win the front right now. He could win the front. The front. Right now. I love the bombard cannon switch. It helps with the skirms. It will help with the hand cannons. And I think red is in a much worse situation. Building a castle so he can protect his economy. Blue could actually raid the sides as well. And blue at least has halves back in his base. He still has to deal with this. But he's doing well in the front. Will red regret not taking control of those pawns with some fire ships or galleys? Will red regret making so many camels or even researching Imperial camel? Because I think that's 1,300 food, 1,000 gold just for that research? That's not even figuring in the cost of the actual units. I think the answer is yes to both of those. Especially when he saw the civs here, I think he needed to be aggressive on water because Malay, once they get into this situation, they should be Indians. And blue players probably thinking, I don't need no stinking docks. I don't need no stinking harbors. And red calls the GG. Wow. That, I mean, he calls the GG. And he still has top score. He was obviously about to lose it. That was pretty insane. Really interesting 5th map. I could guarantee you the players didn't like the map. Malay was a safer pick. Malay was a pick that red had available. I think Malay are just more versatile. And goodness gracious, red. Whoever you are, we'll find out tomorrow. Take the pawns, man. Take the pawns. This could have never happened if he had Navy. Could have never happened. Also, Imperial Camel, even if he's going to go full land like that, I think it's a mistake. He was making skirms and camels versus karambits. I think he underestimated the strength of these karambit warriors. I believe if he had 15 to 20 more hand cannons, he would have never lost this choke. Until blue mixed in something else like onagers or bombard cannons. So I think it's safe to say, yes, Malay were slightly better there. Yes, blue did have relics on his side, but it didn't come down to the relics. It didn't even come down to the civ, really. I think that blue just played better and made better decisions. We still don't know who that is. Okay, so there's the KD. Red getting more kills. Doesn't matter. It comes down to the cost of the units. And we are moving on to the next quarterfinal. We don't know who that was exactly, but many people thought that that individual was Viper that just lost there. Or maybe it was Viper that won. Or maybe it was neither. Maybe it was Yo, or Vivi, or Daut, or Tatoh. We don't know. We do not know. So congrats to Hidden Cup number 9. And I'm going to bring up the brackets here to give you guys an idea of what we have coming up next. Alright, so yesterday we did the qualifiers. And again, 4 players were given free passes into the quarterfinals. One of those guys was Hidden Cup number 1, who just lost. So Hidden Cup 9 not only won in the qualifier yesterday 3-1, he's won 3-2 here. He's performed well on all maps, but he has shown that he can be vulnerable at times. We have a lot of strong players in this tournament, so that makes sense. Next up will be Hidden Cup 4 versus Hidden Cup 5, and Hidden Cup 4, 2, and 3 are the 3 players remaining that we have not seen yet. They were given free passes to the quarterfinals so we could accommodate more players, and they were given that free pass at random, so it doesn't matter where they are in the ranking in the world. Hidden Cup 5 yesterday played really well. He won 3-1 too, so that's going to be exciting. We're going to have about a 5 to 10 minute break so I can grab some water. Before we do that though, I'd like to give you guys all a big thank you for being here. I don't know how many viewers we're at because my program isn't working on the screen, but I believe I've heard we're over 2,000 right now. Guys, this game is basically 20 years old. Okay? This game is a 20-year-old game. And here we are in 2018 on a Saturday morning, at least for me, with over 2,000 viewers. This is insane. I never expected to be in this position. I never expected it. I never started it to be in this position. I did it because I love the game, and you guys are here because you love the game too. Thank you guys for the support.